Hello, welcome back. When we last left off, last session, starting off in...
Justin, Jesus.
I'm trying.
Jesus.
I thought he was kidding about that. Starting off in Luskin, after a very heartfelt occurrence where Dink was taken into captivity for his own good and for the good of others by the Arcane Brotherhood, a group of elite mages based in the city of Luskin, which is otherwise ruled by numerous gangs. The party left Luskin, meeting their friend Captain Tullywaffle by the docks as he came to pick them up to continue their journey north. Avoiding an encounter with a group of pirates that tried to make a quick buck off of them, they set sail and spent the next 2 days. The first day traveling north up the Sea of Swords, and then traveling inland along the river that leads to the village of Bryn Shander. They traveled to Bryn Shander in search of an artifact known as the Ring of Winter, which not much is known about other than the fact that it is said to be a divine relic, a true artifact. And they seek this because... Is it because Phelan was previously contacted by Talus? Would you say that's the main reason?
Because I would say to get the ring, because we think the ring would not only help us sell to get Dink's memory back, but yeah, we know about it because
Okay, but you guys are seeking it for your own motives, not like to help.
Not to give it to her. Yeah,
Yes,
we want to sell it so we can get money to get Dink back. That's what I knew. Or using it.
No, they said they wouldn't. It wouldn't work for that.
I was thinking
Yes.
something.
Yeah,
They said that the relic it like transcends most magic on this plane, and it truly is a divine relic. That's what the Brotherhood says, and they know a lot.
So
they said it wouldn't. They said it wouldn't work with the ritual.
Yes, they said that it wouldn't. They need to. They need an item which they can enchant with their own magic.
okay.
Gems they can infuse with this magic. It can be any wearable artifact of jewelry that is embedded with gems they infuse with magic for the spell. So the idea is that it needs to be a certain amount of gold, or a certain amount of gems worth a certain amount of gold, but it can't just be a bunch of inexpensive gems because you need to fit them onto an item in which they had to put on Dink.
Okay. So I was under the impression we were going to sell that ring to get money to buy gems for
You
Dink.
could
Is that
theoretically
not the
do
case?
that. You could theoretically do that.
We didn't agree on anything.
Yeah, you guys didn't discuss it, I don't think. And the big thing is that you're really uncertain about the nature of this ring. This ring, it could be different than any sort of magical item you've ever known. And as far as its whereabouts or what it's capable of, you're really not too sure.
Alright.
Talus said that the best place to start would be in Bryn Shander, a village along the north. Bryn Shander is the capital of the region known as 10 Towns. 10 Towns is known as the most populated region in the populated area in the region of Icewind Dale. Icewind Dale being pretty much as far north as civilization goes in these parts. Further north than Icewind Dale is to the northeast the endless ice sea, glaciers and mountains where no humanoid life is said to thrive. And then further to the northwest is the Sea of Moving Glaciers, or the Sea of Moving Ice. Out here there are said to be tribals as well as numerous monsters, and you guys were able to find out through your connections that the Sea of Moving Ice is also where the dragon Arathator resides, who the Arcane Brotherhood Ikara said he was one of the ancient whites of the north.
Okay. So we sailed up on Bryn Shander.
You are in Bryn Shander, that's where the yellow circle is.
Could you spell that in chat? Bryn Shander. Gotcha.
So yeah, Bryn Shander, general knowledge just from what you've heard, talking a little bit about it on your way here, and circulating conversation. It's just a fishing village, which is like the biggest village in this collection of villages that spans this river system in this region. They're all connected and accessible by boat, just a few miles apart from each other, and they all thrive on fishing and other sort of industries that can be performed in this region. But this is where you are now, and about a mile outside of the village. It wasn't quite the peaceful arrival you expected. Instead, there were billowing clouds of black smoke, and as you got closer, not that you needed to get too much closer to see, you saw a few giant figures. These giants are bigger than most of the ones you've encountered. Stone giants being about 15-16 feet tall. These giants are probably about 18 to 20 feet tall.
God. How tall are hill giants?
About 12 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys fought those before, and they were really big. But
I also lived with them before.
yeah, that's true.
4 times your size.
Yeah, so you could easily like climb on one, let alone a frost giant, which they could probably hold like a human in their hand. Like,
That's so gross.
yeah. So there are these huge ass beings, and the one you saw close to you saw close enough for his breath even more intensely than yours, just emitting frost as he breathes heavily, grunting. He spoke out a phrase in giant, and then a phrase in English in which he said, "They come for the ring." He shouts out more commands to his giant allies. 3 of them break off, and you can see them above the buildings because they're huge. Like these buildings are no more than 20 feet tall a lot of the time. These giants, you can see their heads poking over them, even the tall ones, the short ones.
Jesus.
You're not gonna miss them. You see 3 split off into the southern end of the village and start marching towards the river. The one with the horned helmet who was barking the orders. Another one stands near him, in which he speaks at a softer volume. And at this point, most of the noise you hear ambient screams, buildings being torn apart as the giants are hacking into them. And
Oops.
I actually have to play battle music anyways, so.
Oh wait, can we do this one? Oh wait, can we do this one? Yeah, there we go.
What is this? Oh my god.
Is that what this is?
This is the kind of battle we
This
want.
is really interesting.
I think it works. You know, we just walked in, and this is kind of a weird thing for us to
I
see.
feel like this is like sand.
Yeah, this
Area.
is like some
Is this the Rashad theme?
This is ridiculous. Sorry. I can't. Alright.
I did not like it.
It was
No,
just
I think that would be
it's-
great in like running through a desert town. Dum bum 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 bum. Bum, bum,
It
bum,
sounded
bum,
like it was
while we're
from,
on the hunt.
it sounded like from the Avatar Last Airbender type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
not the right time. Not the right tone.
Dude, no, it's hard, Jacob. Justin
really
and Sears have like an autism for have a very specific type of knowledge towards.
Right, they're very artistic.
Yeah, artistic. That's what I said.
So you watch the sound, the screams, and the ambience of the buildings getting splintered by the giants' weapons. It's mostly completely overwhelmed by this ever-present rumbling of just their movement alone is able to shake the earth to the points where you have to like shout over it to hear each other. It's almost like a small earthquake is happening.
I shield my horse's eyes.
We right. I think we like all gave our horses the go-ahead to run into this shit.
Yeah, you guys are getting closer to the town as you see this, and like I said, you can see the giants easily making given their size and how much they stand out here. They all have long beards, several feet long, and completely frozen with ice crystals. You watch as one of them raises his great axe, easily longer than any of you, and just slams it in the top of this building, reaches his hand in and peels the wooden roof apart, and you hear his words in common: "We come for Simber. He possesses the ice that never melts."
Simber. Well, okay.
Do you think that could be another name for Khal's sword?
What does it matter, lads? They're destroying the town.
How many of them are there?
You see, seems to be 5 giants.
How tall are they?
The one with the horn, and then 4 others. They're all about 20 feet.
We must beat them to the ring.
Aye, you guys find Simba.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, I got something up my sleeve, lads.
We're not separating again, Cotman. You gotta come with us.
No, fair enough, but I want to do something to one of these giants.
All right, do you want me to
Okay.
grab
The
its
one that
attention?
We're all fighting.
Oh, maybe we can separate them. Here, I have an
Should we
idea.
leave the horses, lads? I think we should keep it low key.
Okay, I'd like to tie.
You make your way to the edge of the river. The bridge is across it. The bridge is currently unscathed here. It's the western bridge leading into town, and you see a large hall on your left across the river in the middle of the town, and then beyond it are the 2 giants you saw break off to the left. 3 more to your right. They're probably they're across the river. And I'd say they're probably like 150 feet from you. The 2 that are to your left, the other ones are probably about 200 feet.
Alright.
Further describe this great hall.
It's a large building, large wood and long. It appears to be like the largest building in this village, about 25 feet tall, and there seems to be some sort of ornamental skull. You can't tell the animal, but it's laying on top of or above the door.
How fucked up is this town? Are we seeing like people at all, or is it just?
You don't see many dead bodies right now. It seems like the villagers might have gotten themselves inside before the giants arrived, but it seems like now the giants are here and they're starting to tear apart the houses looking for the villagers.
Okay. Can I wrap my drift globe in string, like tie line, and then after buttering up the booty and making it glow, can I throw it like closer to one of the 2 giants on the left side, and then just kind of jiggle
a
it?
little closer because you're like over 150 feet away. But I'll move you guys onto this map. You guys crossing this bridge?
Hold on, let me see.
that
Can we
makes
see
it a
the
lot
bridge on the
easier.
map?
Yeah.
Okay, there it is.
Wow.
Across the bridge, you see stepping out of this hall. Seems like he is a very surprised individual seeing what's going on. He's probably about 7 feet tall. He doesn't look like any sort of humanoid being you've seen before. He has gray skin, a large nose, and looks to be a quarterstaff in poor condition.
He's stepping out of that great hall. That's
Yeah.
facing this the building.
Can we sneak up behind this tree?
All of us?
Tree or a rock?
A rock.
Where?
How
where
big
you
it-
point-
Is it like a big enough rock?
It's like a small, like, you could probably crouch behind it, but not all you could fit behind it.
Gotcha.
Actually, that's a tree, but still, it's not very big.
Can we run? Can we dip right behind this building?
Can we get our tokens here?
Can I move you guys over? Yeah.
Yeah, we're moved over.
Where? What?
We're to the left of the bridge.
Oh, to the left. Oh, there's 2
Yeah.
bridges. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, is there
okay,
2?
That makes more sense. Yeah, I didn't. That's where I was zoomed into. My bad.
Where do you see the
Oh,
other-
I see what you
Oh,
meant.
Yeah, I thought we were down
Oh, this is
there.
a big ass
Could we
map.
run over
Yeah,
to
it is.
this like right over here behind this building? Could we sneak up
Yeah, you guys can
behind
do
them?
that. You can roll stealth.
Yeah, let's do that. Keep it. I guess we're leaving the horses back here, right?
I would
Can
assume.
we just-
Yeah, we're gonna
just
put them like
haul up to
behind
his
this.
tree?
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys,
Perfect.
We'd probably let Phelan deal with that in
Alright.
case some. Oh my God, Phelan, are you fucking kidding me?
No problem,
His,
bros.
his horse got too loud.
Oh my gosh.
As you go to cross the bridge, Phelan, you step on one of the wooden planks.
He casted.
I was gonna cast Pass Without Trace for everybody. Unless I would do it afterwards. So if I make a loud noise, then that would still take effect, I assume.
Yeah, if you're casting it, what I would say is the natural one. You step on the floor, one of the boards of the bridge, and your leg goes through. And you don't like fall through or anything. Like it stops when you're about your knee, but does make a large cracking sound as the wood splinters and falls to the river below.
Fuck.
The large being, Fingus, you hear this loud noise and you see a large group of people, about an odd party of 4 and a wolf on this weird wooden bridge. And you look around, you realize this town's getting attacked by frost giants. You didn't even know this shit was happening.
I'm up front. I'm saying that shit. Do I see him just look over at us?
Yeah, you can't miss him. He's like 7 feet tall.
Oh my god.
Hello. We're here to kill the big ones, not you.
Whoa, jeez. What are you folks doing out here?
Well,
You think you can take this thing? It's pretty big.
oh, we can take care of it.
He's Canadian? You got a lot of experience.
He's from the
with
north,
things, do ya?
No, we've never been up this far north before, but that's not the point. Phelan, let's go.
Yeah, all right. Come on.
Do you want to live, lad? Come with us.
Well, geez, alright, sure. I always trusted a bunch of strangers.
Can you fight?
I can fight. Here and there.
Now's the time to do it.
I mean,
Come on.
look
All right, let's go,
guy.
We're all behind this, right?
Yeah.
So wait, is this Fingus? Is this Fingus? Okay.
He's so big. How tall is he?
He's 7 feet tall.
Oh my God!
He's the exact proportions of Shaquille O'Neal. He's 7 feet.
I'm the exact height and weight of Shaquille O'Neal. So
All right, now
imagine
lads.
Follow me.
My Fingus joins the party.
The plan.
The plan here. I'll lure them in with the drift globe, because it looks
Hold
like
on, hold
ice.
on,
Maybe
not
they're
yet.
so dumb.
Wait, here. All right,
Matt, you have
Phelan.
the token, right?
Tottenham.
You have control over that token.
Let me make sure. Sorry.
He joins the party.
Yeah. I do.
Move it for him. Here we go. Nice. Yeah, so you all run behind the building. All of you see this odd large man. I don't know if you exchanged names yet.
Nope, I'm just following them now.
This large, odd-looking, sort of man-like man creature. He has his quarterstaff is moldy in several sections. It has just parts of wood that are just rotted away and completely disgusting. And even patches of his skin seem to be almost moldy and dark. Like small areas, not like huge blotches, but just like little, like under his arm, on his leg. He has like thick hide furs that cover most of his body otherwise.
And it's a man?
He's a male.
Like
He's
a
just
human?
not a human. No.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, yeah, you're not sure what he is.
Yeah, okay.
He's like,
Phelan.
yes.
Remember that bit I did where that one demon was down there, the devil or whatever, and I made him real mad and I made him hit all of his friends, right? You remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe I do it to the biggest frost giant, and the only thing he sees is other frost giants, and then they get into a big quarrel and they start hitting each other, and then we get the ring and we help the town, and they hit each other, and something like that, eh?
That sounds good to me, Common.
That's good for some
Yeah,
disruption.
The one with
Before?
the helmet.
Yeah, the big one near that big building over here.
Okay, yeah. I mean, sounds fine to me.
That's the group. The 3 over there is the group that broke off to cross the river. The 2, including the one with the helmet, are the ones up here.
Okay.
Is this the big
The other one near the bigger building. Not the one. Those ones are going across the
What the fuck?
bridge.
What happened to him? He's down there. My bad.
He just went down.
You just moved him.
My bad.
You just moved him. That was like,
Yeah, no, my bad.
All right.
How close do you need to get?
About 100 or so feet, somewhere around there.
Alright, well, what if we tried to get over there?
Can you see him from there?
Before we do that, big one, are you from here?
Oh no, I'm just passing through.
Right.
Yeah, you know, I'm all for the hellos and the goodbyes, but he's ripping off the town. That roof is gone.
No,
Yeah,
yes.
this seems a bit more urgent than the small talk, don't you?
No, I'm not making small talk. We need to find the ring. If you
The
live
ring,
here-
I mean, I. What do you mean?
The Ring of Winter, do you know anything about it?
Oh no, I don't know nothing about a ring of winter.
What's the name he said? Something with the C.
Simba.
Simber?
Simba. Yes, that one.
Simba. Do you know a Simba?
How long have you been in town, Bingus?
3 days.
All right. A intelligence check. See if you recall. Hear anything?
Okay.
Fingus joins the party.
Yeah, I love that. It's a fucking JRPG. Unskewed intelligence.
You know, it's been a week or two. I'm a bit rusty.
All right, yeah. You've been around town a few days. Talked to some people. Artist Simber he's that weird recluse that apparently used to live here. He's talked about, but he's not here anymore. But while he was here, he was known as a recluse who sort of just stuck with his son. And his son does live here, but his name's escaping you.
Oh yeah, kind of like a hermit fellow, I hear. He's got a son that's staying in town, I think, but I don't remember his name.
Do you know where they live?
Oh, I don't think I can help you with that one at all.
Okay.
All right. Well, why?
We can
You don't
find out
think
after
we
we
should
deal with the
split?
giants.
Yeah. All right. The giants are the main concern, I suppose. If we don't want to split up, I say we take the big one with the helmet down with that spell, and then what? Go for the other three.
Yeah, they're probably going somewhere where they know where, right? Seem to be heading in one direction. We better use your spell on the big one, and then we'll follow the three.
All right. I can only do it for about a minute, so I might need to stick in the area.
I'll guard you.
All right.
You
So
hear
me and Froot-
more breaking of wood to your left as the two giants are hacking their way into this one wooden shed. You hear screams sort of emerge, become louder as like the sound barrier is opened with the breaking of wood.
All right,
Come on,
yeah,
let's
Fruit,
move.
let's move up here.
I'm gonna say I think we should maybe go over here, so Fruit, not all the way to that villa.
Alright, sounds good.
Can we like go through this little Johnsky over here, like this alleyway, to the without passing in front of this building?
What's that?
See where me and Fruit are?
Yeah. What about it?
Can we pass through this like alleyway?
Oh yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna go right up to here and just kind of peek around this corner. And can I see
Okay.
the giant from here?
Yeah, you can easily see them. They're looming. They're on
I don't
top
know,
of
the
hill.
giants are pretty small.
Alright, I'm gonna cast Enemies Abound, boys.
All right.
On the
Into
big
the
lad.
helmet.
Yeah.
All right. He has to make a what? A wisdom save?
Intelligence save.
Ooh.
I don't know. They seem pretty smart.
And your DC's what? 15.
Yeah.
All right. He does not make it.
I wanna see him hack this nigga up to his left, dude.
So
That what?
it sees all enemies. It sees all creatures
This
as enemies.
nice man.
So, you watch as he sort of like his posture sort of shifts. Make a perception check, actually, the two of you, real quick.
Okay.
Okay. Common, out of the corner of your eye as you're watching the giant react, you notice there's actually a figure you didn't see before. This is a smaller humanoid who appears to be just a regular human. He's wearing sort of like a dark outfit and has dark hair, and from the way he's dressed and is holding himself, you would think a magic user at first glance. And he's sort of standing by the large giant. He's not looking at you. He's turned around and observing these two giants as they like wreak havoc on the town. And as this giant's demeanor changes, his posture sort of shifts and he stands up and he sort of snorts. And he looks down at this small creature, and he raises his great axe in the air, in which you just hear the human just, wait, y'all Storvolt, we had a deal, what? And he
Oh my god.
brings his great axe down on him.
Copman, I think you just started a war.
Well, I didn't see the small lad before.
I didn't either.
Is
he dead?
Like, whomped in half. Yeah.
If he hits, 1 sec.
Copman, I don't know if one man should have this much power.
It varies on the usage. I've only used it once before.
Alright, sorry, make the attacks now. Alright, so, yeah, the first one comes right down on him and sort of pins him to the ground, and the axe is pretty much the entire length of his body, and he watches it slams him into the ground. The snow is instantly just painted red, and it starts to soak up the blood. And then he's wait, y'all, Stormbolt! And then a second strike comes down on him. This one just cleaves him in half. And he's just this battered mess of blood. And
This worked a lot better than I thought it was going to.
The other giant turns around and sees it. Your Storvolt, what are you doing? And the other Storvolt looks at him and makes 2 more attacks.
Oh shit!
2 are both gonna hit as well. And she does a lot of damage to this giant because they do a lot of damage in general.
That spell is so nuts. Oh my god.
Yeah, dude. Wow. Alright. Other 3, you guys, what are you doing while this is happening?
Alright, we should try to follow those 3 giants, right?
Yeah, let's go. Do you need us to re-stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Can you move lightly, big one?
Hey, Jose, is your hood up? Winky face.
Shit, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Nice one, Tim.
It's always up.
Always.
It's cold. At the very least, it would be up for insulation.
Fingus has good dex.
It is +0. That's a fluke. Alright, you guys are fine, and you make your way, you move your tokens, make your way down towards the giants.
Yeah, let's go, I guess, down here and over to the side, like this building here.
Yeah.
Following them, yeah.
Wait, maybe we could come down this way and wait inside the fence down here.
Let's try it.
The frost giant that just got struck twice by the Jarl raises his great axe and makes his own swings, instinctually defending himself. The first one will hit, rendering Jarl Storvolt for quite a bit of damage, and he can remake his intelligence save. He did not make it. The second attack will miss as Jarl Storvold parries it with his great axe. At this point, the 3 giants that they've heard this commotion and they're turning around, and seem like they're shifting their body to move back towards to see what's going on. They're all going to make a perception check against your stealth rolls. I will need Froot and Cotman to make roll stealth as well. Again.
Okay.
Cotman, get down.
I'll reroll that. There we go.
They actually.
I like motion to like push him against the wall, as we like kind of like Wind Waker Link style sidle against the wall.
Do they all see us?
They see you. They rolled really well. As they turn around, their immense height allows them to see beyond the buildings that you try to use for cover. They roll higher than your stealth, and they see you. They all look around, and
They see all of us?
they rolled. Yep. They all. Any roll higher than a 22?
I don't think so. I think
Justin rolled a 22.
Yeah, that beats it.
Wow.
So yeah, this is gonna be initiative. You go ahead and roll that, and the one in the middle here shouts out, "Dobra, get away! It is a trap!" Their voices just like boom, easily projecting across the entire battlefield, shaking the ground as much as their movement.
Did one of the three giants over here just say that?
Yeah, the one in the middle.
And when I hear that, I'm gonna yell, "Froot, Cotman!"
We don't know them.
Oh my god, they rolled so bad. You guys ready for this shit?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Holy shit. Alright, let's get this up here.
2, 3, 4.
If only.
Wow.
10, 5, 4, 1, 1.
Wow. Yeah.
Fingus, you gotta roll. I'm gonna get a water real quick.
No problem.
This is that was a very good approach right there though. Like that wasn't your guys' fault. You guys that was
Yeah.
good.
We're all slaves to the dice.
Yo, here's a question.
Yeah.
What's up?
What is a magical... Fucking it. What is it?
What?
A melee spell attack. There we go.
A melee spell?
A melee spell attack.
I think that implies
it's the
you have to be in melee range for the spell to work.
yes,
Okay,
and then
that
you
makes sense.
yeah, and what you would do is you would roll strength plus your proficiency mod plus your spellcasting mod. I believe it'd be strength.
Wow, that's a lot.
Either that or just spellcasting mod plus proficiency. I'm not sure. Actually, yeah, it's just my bad. It's just spellcasting plus proficiency.
I was gonna say that seems like free to hit like every time if you could do that.
Yeah, because I was thinking ranged ones don't add dex, so that's silly of me.
I think it still counts as a slot though to do most of that stuff. Although I don't know what druid you're doing.
If it's a cantrip, then
Power to
it
yeah.
does. Yeah, but let's see.
Could I make it happen on one of my summons attacks? Like if I say had a summon of some kind of magical thing I owned and it made an attack, could I make that apply on that attack?
It depends on the reading of the specific spell and all that. I need to read it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Serious, I have a big question.
So
How could readying actions work with Dimension Door?
you would pretty simply actually. You would just specify the conditions in which you would cast Dimension Door before your next turn.
Okay.
So like you'd be like,
really
when
cool.
this giant comes with this many feet of me, I Dimension Door this many feet away. You just prepare it specifically ahead of time. There's a trigger
Okay.
condition, and there's like specifications. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
It'd be your turn then, Cotman. You hear Phelan call to you, and you hear the frost giants turn their bodies and start stepping your way.
Alright, I am going to jump on top of this building. So I'm Codman Scottons.
Alright.
I'm gonna go like right.
I'll
to
say that
here.
use like 15 feet of your movement.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the other side of this.
All right.
Is he still under
and-
that spell?
Yes.
It's my concentration.
Gotcha.
And I am going to cast Blade Ward on myself.
Okay.
And
Not
that's
bad.
it. That's all I'm gonna do.
That's not a bad move. That being your turn, call.
All right. Let's see how far I can go. God, that's so. Window on this building. I am having connection problems.
Y la verga.
Wait.
Si, senor.
Senor Verga, am I right?
Ay, caramba.
Ay, Chihuahua, no bueno. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Whoa.
Hey, and how are you, the viewer, doing? Hey, hello.
Alright. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We could hear you the whole time.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't my scroll thing working? It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm gonna hide. Yeah, I'm gonna hide. Can I get into this building?
Oh, where are you?
I'm right next to it.
Oh, there.
It's the one right in
It's,
front of me.
it is locked. You you try the door and like it is clearly just everyone's locked in right now.
Alright, fuck. Then I'm gonna hide and go up.
Car.
I'm gonna go up here.
Alright, roll stealth then. Using a bonus action to hide?
Yeah, I'm gonna use bonus action. I gotta roll stealth.
Alright, nice.
And I'm gonna ready an action for when one of the giants comes into my line of sight going up that way. Then I'm gonna shoot it with my hand crossbow,
Alright, nice.
and that will be all from me.
Fingus, your turn.
Okay. So,
Oh boy.
I guess I'll use this round to cast Symbiotic Entity.
Oh my god, I did it!
Oh boy, what is
And is
this?
that, like, does that take an action, or is that kind of just something I get to do?
That is an action, yes.
Okay.
So you get 40 temporary hit points.
Nice.
So yeah, you currently have 111 hit points
Wow.
for everybody at home.
Wait, what?
Matt just got 40 temporary hit points.
40?
Just
Yeah, so
Wow.
you can click in yourself, click on that little red bubble, and make that 111. And
that
you
just
all
for him?
Yeah, it's just for him. So none of you can see this except for Call. You see this large man thing you just met. He sort of like stands up awkwardly, and then the patches on his arm, like small patches of like black skin, begin to grow until they consume his body, and you see several little mushrooms pop out of it. Several little mushrooms sort of like surface on his skin, and he almost seems to lose all like semblance of humanity.
Yeah.
He just
Fuck
looks-
are you?
Mushroom Man.
Mushroom Man,
Dude, I love mushrooms.
take me by the
He just looks like a monstrosity looking at him from behind like this.
Very cool.
Yeah, and I guess that'll end my turn since that was my action, right?
Yeah, unless you have a bonus action spell you can cast, but yeah.
Or if you want to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I'll stay here for now. Under cover, behind cover.
Yeah. Froot, your turn.
Cotman, I'm gonna look for the ring. And then I rage. And then here's what I'm gonna. So what is this door? What is this part of the room made out of? Is this wood?
That's a wooden door, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna break right through that.
God. Make an attack.
Oh my fucking god.
You break a huge chunk off the wood. Your sword sort of cleaves right through. You hear screams from the inside. It's a whole family.
Okay, I just walk in and I go, "Hi, sorry to come in. Have you seen the ring around? The monsters are looking for it."
Get out! Get out! They all start crying hysterically, like hugging each other.
Oh, well,
They see this
should I use
giant,
the
like,
door
8
or
foot tall man.
the window or?
This is a good turn of combat.
Wait, are they eating anything?
No, they're just huddling each other and like looking at you with like fear in their eyes.
I'm fighting for you. I swear.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Wow. That was unexpected.
We don't know where the ring is. Please leave us alone.
I'll do one better. I'll get those giants out of here for you. And then I walk back through the hole. Okay. And I shout up at the Cotman, "The ring is not in there."
Alright, that's your turn.
Alright, then I'm just gonna. So are these two still fighting?
Yeah, but I would say that took up your 6 seconds.
Alright, gotcha.
That was a lot.
Phenomenal.
Alright, fail on your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna peek out here and take a shot at this giant
Alright,
and also the other giant over there.
okay.
Hey! Hey! Make that sound.
Alright, both hit. Each one is stuck and they barely even react. It's more like one sort of looks over his shoulder and that's it.
Good job, Phelan.
At least I attacked one.
I just made them all attack the other one, you
Is that
know?
your turn?
That poor little dude that got
Yeah.
cleaved in half.
Alright, the one that you just shot, he looks over his shoulder and so you want to fight?
Oh no.
It starts stepping towards you. And
It's been nice start, you guys.
Oh my god.
what's your AC? Wow! Fuck! 17.
18.
You rolled a 17.
Holy
Oh
shit.
my god, that would have hurt.
Yeah, I'm a
Alright,
boss.
he gets another one.
Dude, is this gonna like one-shot any of us? Are they
Alright,
that strong?
This one hits. The great axe comes from your right side. It's wide around the corner of the building and knocks you into the side. Deals 26 points of slashing damage. There's this huge gash that cut right through your armor, and that you're just knocked into the wall and you're seeing stars.
Phelan, no. Cotman, how they doing?
26.
What did he say, Matt?
He just called him a puny little elf. This giant here is begin walking or running down the over the snow and makes its way to about there. Seems like it's making its way just towards where it last saw Kalstrava and where it sees now this odd mushroom-like man thing.
Is each
Velka's
square
turn.
5 feet?
Velka's
Yes.
Okay.
gonna take a bite at him over the gate.
Alright. When she leaps onto the gate and sort of jumps at his leg, which is sort of lurching over. And she does manage to bite through his thick skin, and you sort of watch she lets go quickly afterwards. It seems like her mouth is just gets cold to the touch. She sort of like shakes her head to warm herself up, but she does deal 9 points of damage.
Sick.
Right. This frost giant's gonna begin running up to help out Yar Storvald, and it sees you there, Cotman. And
shit! My attack.
This is why I put Blade Ward on, boys.
Yeah. That's a bonus action for you, right?
Nope.
It's an action.
No. Oh,
Just an action.
thought it was a bonus action. Still good though.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Right, I gotta attack.
I don't know what the resistance constitutes as. What they just take disadvantage.
Nice. So you do get advantage on that, so that'll be 26 points of damage. The giant raises his great axe above his head. Right as he's about to bring it down, you see a crossbow bolt go right into his neck. Not lethal given the small size of the bolt, but it's enough to distract him, and he totally misses, striking the side of you, Cotman. Not the side of you, but to the side of you. He'll take 25 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Good shot, call. He sort of brushes the bolt off with the tip of his finger as if it's like a splinter, and then raises his axe with one hand to try to strike you again, in which he misses. It comes low, and you're able to actually jump over it.
Ooh. Could I jump onto it?
Make an acrobatics check.
Yeah.
Has to be high. Oh, roll again. It's gonna be hard. Oh my god, you motherfucker.
Holy shit.
Roll again.
You get to go again?
Wait.
Is that how it works?
I believe I have to take the one I roll after the net one.
What does it read? I want to see.
Yeah.
I feel like you've done it like 3 times before. Like you've rolled 2 nat ones.
When you roll a 1 on a d20 for an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, you can re-roll the die and must use the new roll. Yeah.
Okay, so you have to
Oh.
win the nat one. So give it.
Yeah.
Cotman's first nat 1.
I'm gonna say you take the damage of the attack. You try to grab the axe and you just totally misjudge it and get smacked in the side.
But I do get resistance on that.
That's
from
true.
Blade Ward.
That's true. But the impact is still enough to knock you off the building. So it's like a small amount of falling damage knocked over here. So 23 points of damage halved is 11, and then plus do 1d6. So 12 points of damage as you fall to the ground. Your armor was split by this axe, but your flesh is merely bruised. Let's bring up the Jarl who is still under. I'll make a con save actually.
Okay.
DC 10.
A con save.
Yeah. Okay, the giant is still under your spell.
Cool. Thank you, McCloskey. Still would have
Yeah,
rolled an
right.
11 without that,
Yep.
but
Oh, well, yeah, but you had -1, right? Okay, so it would have been 10, but...
yeah. 11. Yeah, 10.
Yeah.
So, the Jarl's still under Cotman's spell. Is going to make 2 more attacks at the other giant, seeing him as an enemy still. And both will hit for a total now of 43 points of damage. There's 2 more just like keeping strikes into the side of this giant. It's not able to block either of them, and it's now starting to look very wounded. The giant is on one knee, bleeding from several areas, and is going to make 2 attacks with disadvantage, given it's on its knee. Both are easily parried by the Jarl, who now just like stands over the giant,
Oh my god.
laughing to himself. Cobb, your turn.
Alright. So I'm gonna shake off that embarrassing
Yeah,
moment.
you're prone, so it's going to be half your movement to get up then.
Okay. Yeah, so all I really want to do with half that movement is just run up this wall and like jump at this guy like I'm gonna swing at him like midair,
Okay.
right? And I want to ready Dimension Door to just, as soon as he starts to swing at me, I just want to blink to the opposite side of this building.
Okay, I got you. So you want to like stand in the building, time it so you like jump at him when he attacks at you, and then dimension door.
Yep, yeah, just dimension door.
Yeah, I got you. So we'll say for the time being, you're on the edge of the building, and you're like you're readying your jump and dimension door all out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Damn.
Yeah, just bait out a move even if I can't take it, dude. I feel like that's big.
Actually, I can. Oh my god, this class is so dumb. Because then it's.
Oh man, I don't want to mess up your plan, but he's right there. I want to hit him.
True. Factoid.
10, 9, 8.
Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna bonus dash so I can get here and attack this giant, aiming for his ankle, Achilles, best I can. Let's do two-handed frost brand.
All right, and he sees you circle to the side, so it's not going to be a sneak attack unless you hide first.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't do that.
All right, so, well, actually, you hid before. Now you sneak attack. So never mind. My bad. So yeah, it's going to be a regular attack, but it will hit. It'll just not do the 2 cold damage. It'll do the 12 slashing damage. But you sort of cut into the back of its leg, which is like cutting into a small tree. And you cut it with the sword, and you sort of see like it's a deep scratch, but it just looks as though like someone took a claw to like a sheet of ice. It's just like a white mark, and it hardly seems to be wounded.
And then I'm gonna run around this corner.
All right. Sort of like turns around and readies its axe to swing at you as you start running away from it. Alright, that'll bring up Fingus's turn.
Alright. Whew,
Fingus.
Wow. Oh jeez. Okay. What's my movement? 30? Yeah,
Yes.
okay. Alright, sorry, my mic was muted. Alright, gonna move up these 30 feet about, is that appropriate?
Yeah, it's fine.
And,
you can see the giant, like, the top of his head over the building, like, both of them. Pretty much their entire face, I'll say, you can see. Like, most of their body's obscured, but they have 3/4 cover.
And I'm going to create a grasping vine.
Okay, where at?
Can I put it?
Needs to be somewhere you can see, so you're kind of behind a building right now.
Can I see into the middle of the river here? Or like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's so smart,
Wow,
dude.
you're
Holy shit.
wowie.
Yeah, dude, you just fucking...
Yeah, like a vine there, and of course, you know, it's gonna lash out and try to grab the closest giant woman.
damn. That's so smart, dude. Fuck. I didn't think about that at all.
Alright, dude, yeah. Dexterity save? What's your DC? Be 8 plus 4 plus your wisdom mod. So 12 plus 3? Or 4?
Wow.
4. Okay, so 16. DC 16 save. They're a giant, they're not very fast. Did not make it even a 1. He just watches the vine wraps around the giant's body. He looks like he's about to start attacking Phelan again when it wraps around him and just pulls him back into the water.
Dude,
You saved Phelan's life.
And just you watch it start to like bring him into the water. You see the like half of his body submerge, and then you realize the river's not that deep, but it still has him submerged.
I was hoping like it would just fucking drown him.
It's like
It might freeze him though.
Yeah, that would be brutal.
Like it's like 10 feet deep, which is pretty deep for a little river like that here. But like
But he's 20 feet tall.
yeah, so like it's
did
just
you
like
just
waist
say
high, but-
we're gonna freeze a frost giant?
Yeah, maybe I'll be like, oh, it's too cold.
He is prone though, so like he is like submerged in the water. I'll say, but like he's even he stands up, he'll be able to. He's not gonna like drown in there. He just has to break free, but he is for the most part underwater. You see like parts of his body sticking up, a leg and an arm as he thrashes. But yeah.
Yeah, that's
Just
badass.
Alright, and that was just a bonus action, so now I'm gonna use...
Oh my
a
god.
bonus
God.
action?
Yeah.
That's oh my god.
Yeah. So I'm gonna like, can I fucking Kobe these spores over this building
shoot it
to
at his
hit the
head.
giant?
You shoot at his face, yeah.
I guess he's still alive, so I can just
Oh,
I
shit.
can see.
The range is
Yeah,
50
could
feet.
you activate the attack roll in there? Bad.
Activate it.
Yeah, so like go to the spell and like toggle like tack the attack. Yeah.
He's not in range though.
Actually, what is the range? Because you changed the name,
Which
so I
one?
couldn't
I thought
find
you
it.
went for this one.
Yeah, I thought you
Oh,
went
sure.
for this one.
That's it. That is in range.
Yeah. This
I
one's
thought
not
you
in
meant-
range.
I'm retarded, my bad.
Wait, what?
Oh,
I'm a silly fella.
Yeah.
My bad.
So you're gonna roll the attack?
yes. Sorry. I was just looking into this spell. Yeah.
We're looking
So
at it after the fight.
Blue with 50 feet.
Wow.
That seems appropriate.
man, unfortunately it'll miss. That would have done so much damage. But it's sort of like the cluster of spores that you create. You hurl it almost as if it's a ball of energy, and it just sort of flies and then dissipates in the air, missing the giant.
It would have doubled too because of symbiotic entity.
Yeah,
So that would have been real wild.
yeah, that hurt. It's a cantrip.
Hell yeah,
So
brother.
Froot, your turn. You enraged. You leave the building. Your search for the ring was you did not find the ring in that building, and that makes you even more enraged.
I'm gonna charge into this building and
Alright,
break
let
through.
Make an attack on the door.
Through the wall, dude. He's just gonna shoulder through the wall.
You break through the door. You sort of slam it down with your sword. As soon as you do, oh no, you don't! And you watch as one of the villagers takes his hammer, looks to be a blacksmith's hammer, and swings it at your face. Where he thinks your face would be, until he realizes you're about 8 feet tall. He's gonna make an attack against you, and it just slams into your chest, and it doesn't even do any damage to you. It was like being hit with like a piece of paper.
I shake it
Hey,
off,
you-
and what do I see in the house?
You see like a small family sort of like gathered in the corner, and then an angry, we presume to be the father in front of you holding a blacksmith's hammer. And now he's looking like horrified that he smacked you in the ribs with his hammer and you didn't even react.
Oh,
Kill him.
I don't. It's the ring's not here, is it? I'll just. Yeah. I'll just I'll just step out.
No ring.
And then as I step out, I'm like, oh god, I'm gonna have to pay for that. I'm gonna have to pay for this.
He's gonna break into every door until he finds the ring. Do you guys understand how ridiculous? We could have so many better ways to find the ring. And Fruit's just gonna break down every single door.
My turn's done then.
All right, well, that's gonna bring up Phelan's turn.
What's up, guys? It's your boy. I'm gonna take a couple shots at this fella over here. I'm gonna use the feat on both of them, -10 or -5 plus 10. Bada bing, bada boom.
This guy, right?
No, that guy in the river.
Okay, he's like prone in the river, so he's gonna be hard to hit. He kind of just has limbs extending until he stands up.
In that case, I would have done that. I would go for the other one.
Maybe I should have put something on him.
It's okay.
I wasn't clear about that.
And the one who's not in the river.
Yeah. Okay. So with the -5 plus 10, those will both hit. So you'll deal a total of 42 points of piercing damage. His 2 arrows embed themselves in the side of his neck, and he actually recoils. And yeah, 42 points. Nice.
Fucking bitch.
All right. Anything else?
No. I'm gonna climb this building.
Okay.
And give it a little myself up there.
So it'll be like 20 feet of movement to get to that square where you're at.
Yeah. I'll move over to this side. Then I'm going to use my bonus action and cast Healing Spirit. Over myself.
Okay, so the vine doesn't actually hold them once it has them; it just pulls them once.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah,
I figure it's more like it like snagged them and they like fall on their ass, especially if they like roll the 1 or low.
I would say you could command it to restrain one target on it. I don't see why you couldn't do that.
Well, if you say so.
I mean, until the spell ends, you can use your bonus action to have the vine lash out again. I feel like, like, if it's a target, I don't know.
It's true. If it's just gonna why would it just sit there and do nothing?
Yeah, I would just say have it make a strength save, which in this case might not go well because it's a giant, but I would still say you should have the opportunity.
Works for me, man.
So yeah.
I mean, if you want to make me more powerful.
I want this character to be broken. I'm seeing all the opportunities. I love this character.
Yes.
Healing Spirit on top of you?
Yep.
Nice. You already apply the healing?
Yep.
Nice. Alright. This frost giant will stand up and make a strength save to see if it it makes it. So it breaks free from this vine and begins to make its way out of the river and steps, and its body, the water just falls off of its body, all just cascading down like a huge torrent, a mini waterfall, how big this form is, and it steps onto the shore. And then it sees Velka standing there all alone behind the gate. Come here, little doggy.
Please don't.
And he's gonna attempt to grapple Velka.
He could crush Velka in one hand, couldn't he?
Probably.
She's got more
Dude,
health
she
than
has
me.
like double my health. Yeah, I was gonna say.
She's tanky, but at the same time, she's like,
she's like,
she literally has
she's
like,
hilarious. I love it. I mean, that's just how it should be, man. They're too squishy otherwise.
yeah, but she is still like an adolescent.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the idea is that she's also empowered through like her bond with her master. Yeah, like I think a ranger companion tends to be greater than an average animal. But what I am looking for is this giant's page. Make an athletics check or acrobatics check, your choice, for Velka.
Okay.
okay.
Giant rolled 23.
Oh, that's a big number.
That's the wrong number.
Yeah, the giant, he watches it, grabs Velka in one arm. Its great axe sort of like lowered by its hide with its right arm, and it raises its left arm and laughs to itself. As it holds Velka. He's like holding Velka as if it's like a fucking, like, Reese's Pieces, like in the two fingers, thumb and index. Like,
Oh my god, yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, like she's just like a little fucking like 2-inch sausage to him. So yeah, he's holding between two fingers, and this giant here, it's gonna make its way down this side passage here and come over to you guys and attempt to fight as he just dodged this cloud of spores and saw the vine grab his friend.
Connection. They heard it.
It's gonna make one attack at Phelan, one attack at Fingus.
What the hell?
The first one will hit Fingus for 22 points of damage.
Dude's got reach.
And yeah, he does. And Phelan, he will miss you. He can't quite reach you. You're able to dodge back far enough where the axe just barely misses your body. But Fingus, yeah, subtract 22 from your health then, and make a Constitution save then to determine whether your concentration for your vine stays up. I think you get advantage because Warcaster.
I think I do too.
Warcaster.
You said 22 health?
Yeah, you do make the concentration save, so vine is still there.
Yeah, could someone in the chat do the math for? No.
Jamie, could you do that real quick?
I have a fucking calculator button on my keyboard. It's a button that pulls up a calculator. It's in the keyboard.
That's crazy.
It's it's a Chinese keyboard.
This actually brings us to our sponsor, guys.
Intrigued by this.
The Ducky Shine. It's a pretty respectable keyboard, Jay.
No, yeah, my ducky had a calculator button too.
Wait a minute, are you talking about the Lucky Shine keyboard? Not only is it one of the best keyboards, but it is also inexpensive.
It's pretty fucking expensive.
Thank you to our sponsor.
But it's been 3 years, so. Anyway.
Velka's turn, right? Yeah.
I guess she's gonna break the grapple.
Yeah. Acrobatics or athletics, your choice.
How about I do whichever I want?
Yeah, it's your choice, bro.
Well, I'm gonna do whichever I please.
Alright. Nat 20 on the giant. He squeezes Velka slightly. She's gonna take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
She's
This is
dead.
fucked up, man.
She had 2 health.
Alright, so Cotman, back to what you planned to happen. This giant now, as you get your way up to the building and you're sort of like readying yourself, he takes a swing at you, and right as he does, you jump into the air and time your dimension door. You cast it in midair, so you flash behind him onto the roof right as he swings where you would have been. And now and he turns around and looks at you and realizes he can't reach you, and he's gonna make his way around the building.
Oh shit!
Oh my god. Can you just make it? Can you go to, oh my
He's
god.
huge.
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh no.
One more attack. Nice try. And you're able to actually dodge it one more time and just barely do like a backwards bend, and it misses you.
He turns around and just runs around the building.
I feel like that was in some cartoon. Where like, it's like the Flying Dutchman do that shit. I feel like.
Probably.
Anyways, that's his turn. The Jarl's still in combat. 2 more attacks from him on the giant. Both of these will miss. Low rolls.
Damn it.
As the giant, still on one knee, is able to block both of them. Just being resilient against the Jarl's onslaught. And stands up, and attacks, and he actually manages to hit the Jarl from his position. Stands up. The Jarl will make the intelligence save again. Does not make it. Roll a 4. Intelligence, man. They're not intelligent.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, this is gonna be really good against giants.
Hey, your turn,
into
then.
pieces.
What was a good strategy ended up falling a little short. As now you're still staring in the face of the giant in front of you.
And we're gonna run it back again, boys.
You're starting to shiver just from like its breath breathing on you.
I'm gonna jump at this homie. Like, I'm just gonna swing at him as soon as I get the chance, just like midair, jumping right at his face.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna buffer dimension door over to back to exactly where I was, because I can imagine that in my mind. So just back over here.
Yeah, you can name a certain amount of feet, like this. Yeah.
Okay. Usually, I think it's like almost suggested that you kind of have to like.
No, you can say exactly 470 feet away, and you will.
Okay.
You can be, yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go to here, onto this roof.
So you're just sort of jumping on him, and then just like doing that.
Wait for him to basically swing back at me. And as soon as he does, just.
So as you do that, he sort of like takes his left hand and swats at you where you're at in his body, like you're a mosquito, and then right then you disappear in a flash of light.
Bro, you could just scale the whole map like this. The whole map's not even 500 feet.
Yep.
Way.
Alright. And now I'm over
run forever.
I'm just pissing this guy off while my big boy minion's just killing his friends.
Meanwhile, me and the tall mushroom stranger are betwixt 2 giants.
Oh, also, I'm gonna use my bonus action then once I land on this roof to heal myself with a level 2 healing word. I think I'm gonna do. So that would be right? What, 7, right? What?
I feel like that's low. I feel like you heal a lot more than that. Am I crazy?
This is just healing word. This is a bonus action. This isn't.
Okay, it's not mental
cure wounds or mass cure wounds. Yeah. This is This is like I can use this and use another spell on top of that. And if I cast this at higher level, it's even better. So, but I'm just gonna use level 1 because that's 7 health back, right?
On yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, 7 health back.
Okay. Alright. There you go. That's my turn.
Alright. Call your turn then.
Yeah, can you hear me? Okay, it's green. Alright. While I have this moment, I'm gonna hide behind this thing, furnace-like thing. I'm guessing it's small enough that I can peep over it or right around it. And, gotta roll stealth.
Yeah, you can see over that around it. As I said, it's hard to miss these giants. But yeah, you're hidden.
And then I'm gonna shoot this one with the crossbow.
Okay. That will be a sneak attack.
Oh, I rolled on the 20.
And that's it for
Oh, nice. That's a good hit. And there embeds itself in the back of the neck again, and then the giant lurches over for a second or two before it takes its stance back up and just shouts out, "Little people are cowards! Come out and fight!" Fingers, your turn. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna turn around and turn slightly. I was gonna and I'm gonna try and hit him with the toxic spores again.
Okay. You'll have advantage on this because he's right fucking in front of you. So roll again. Still gonna use the 10 though. That's not right.
Yeah,
what's
that-
your attack?
The attack looks weird. It's just plus a billion zeros.
So you only rolled a 10 there, and you only added a 4. You need to.
Oh, I thought you would. Oh. It's 3d8 is what it's rolling.
Well,
I guess
that's the damage.
Yeah, the attack. What the fuck is that?
Well,
Why are
that's
there
just
so
that's
many
bullshit.
zeros in the okay.
But you can see that he rolled a 10 in there, and that's
attack stat is wisdom, yeah. Or none.
and also plus wisdom mod. Wait, no, not that. That's for that. What the heck?
Should I try again?
It should be plus proficiency too.
So it'd be what, like? Yeah, that would be a lot harder.
Do you have your
wait,
class
the-
level set in your
He does, yeah. That's fine. I'm confused.
The 14 one also says like he rolled a 10, right? In there's a
Yeah.
plus 10. So what the fuck?
So yeah, it's not adding his other plus 4.
Curious. Very curious. Hmm.
What the heck is going on?
Yeah, it's so hard to follow that equation. You know what? From now on, just take that off, and you're just gonna roll.
What am I gonna roll?
Just take off the attack check mark on that,
Yeah.
and then just roll the attack thing
Damage.
manually,
Yeah.
which would be 1d20 plus 8. And then we'll take the original 10 damage you had. Still misses.
14.
Barely misses. We have advantage, so roll
So roll what?
get another one. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Unlucky chief.
You just wanted to see it hit. We just want
Yeah.
to see it hit, folks.
Yep, that's it. That's all we want. So yeah, I guess you missed that using a bonus action.
Yeah, I mean, I might as well pull him.
Yeah, he does have Velka in his hand.
Velk. Yeah, that could be kind of dangerous. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it at that. what a bummer. Anyway, well, the first 2 times I rolled it, it didn't have wisdom in the attack stat. So do you think that'll fix it?
Oh, it didn't.
Yeah, I just changed that on the 3rd roll, and it looked more appropriate.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was muted, turns out.
Okay, yeah, so if you did that, then we should be fine. Yeah, so you rolled an 18. Alright.
Yeah.
So it hit, guys.
It'll work in the future.
You guys need to see it. Alright.
I spent 20 minutes writing this flavor fucking description, and you're gonna hear it.
So you watch as this now like mushroom like abomination, Phalon, you now on top of the roof see what has become of Fingus, and for a second you almost like don't even associate it with Fingus until you realize it must be him. And out from his gnarled, like blackened hand comes this cloud of toxic spores that launches itself at the frost giant's face. And you watch this just starts eating away at the ice like flesh, and then in his form right now, it also does an additional points of poison damage. The giant takes the giant takes 36 points of damage total, and starts just screaming like in agonizing pain. And then by the time the spores clear away, you see several patches of skin just eaten away, bits of its skull showing.
Ew.
Yeah, Froot, your turn.
How tall are these?
Like 5 feet.
5 feet. So would it is it wood?
It'd be a square of difficult terrain, but yeah, it's wood.
Oh, so it would be an obstacle if I just ran through it?
Yeah, it'd be like an extra 5 feet of movement.
Gotcha. Would it be possible for me to get to here and go through this house?
What's up? The house?
Yeah, would that be possible?
The door isn't on this side of the house, so I'd say you would be able to get inside or anything.
Oh, you think he wants to use the door?
No, I don't want to use the door.
Alright, it's
Can't run into.
Can I do that?
Yeah, I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Alright. I charge through and just like barrel roll into the fucking house.
Alright, make an attack. Or actually, make a strength check if you're doing that. With advantage because you're raging.
Is that unskilled strength?
Give me the loot.
Show me
Pickle.
Where's the music?
pickles.
Scooby-Doo.
Should I play the Attack on Titan theme song?
No.
This is my moment.
I think I found it, guys.
My form was off. Can't let them see.
So you just demolish this building with like all of your strength behind your body, and there's a hole in like the thin wooden wall. Another scream from the whole family. Like, what are you doing in here? Who are you?
I'm looking for the ring.
What
Where
ring?
is the ring?
We don't know.
Tell me where the fucking ring is!
And
Reason is terrorizing the town.
and the screams are plotting, and you're like I'm trying above like the screams of Mysteria, the one mother who's talking to you, yelling that she doesn't know where the ring is. Her voice is just drowned out by the screams of her family as you're yelling at them.
Damn it.
Fuck.
Is there like dinner around or anything? It's like, is the table made?
You guys know Froot hasn't done anything this fight, so like you guys are doing a great job. Just saying.
Is there like food on the table or anything here?
Yeah, there's a table where there's a meal, like it's fitting for a decent amount of time.
He's gonna flip it.
Oh my fucking god.
I walk over to the table. What's on it?
There's a loaf of bread. There's a loaf of bread. It seems like there's some sort of roasted meat, some sort of poultry, bird of some sort maybe, and like a nice bowl of what looks to be some sort of white, creamy, mashed substance.
All right, I take the bread, and then like put it in the mashed potatoes, and then I just walk out.
It took us 3 days to make that potato salad.
And then I shout, I can't find the ring!
You just put the bread in the potato salad?
Yeah, I dipped it, and now I'm just eating
That's all
it.
he did. Oh, you're eating it?
Yeah, I'm eating it.
Oh, I thought you just left it there.
No, I took it with me. I'm eating it.
Oh my god.
That's ridiculous. Alright, so that's Fruit's turn. Alright, Phelan, your turn. As you see, the giant has Velka in his fingers and laughing to him.
Oh boy. Boy, oh boy. I will, see this and grimace angrily at him before, taking 1d6 of health. Can't forget that. Before knocking my arrow, pulling my bow back as far as it will allow me, for loosing and then repeating the action. Once again, taking 5 and adding 10.
First one will miss, second one will hit. So the second one will deal 16 points of damage. It goes into his chest, embedding itself for the better part of the arrow length. And it seems like it hardly hurts him. He just laughs to himself again, this time louder, shaking the...
What a douchebag. Drop the wolf!
Go swim, doggy. And he just chucks her like a stone into the river.
This dude know that dogs can swim.
Dude,
It's still gonna hurt like a bitch.
it's ice cold. This is
This is fucked. What an asshole.
fuck.
That's not bad. 10 points of damage as she hits the ground and submerges into the water. You hear a yelp as she hits the ground, and then it's blocked off by her being submerged. He's gonna walk over to you and attempt to make a with one attack left and make an attack action, and it will hit. You barely have time to react, and before you know it, you're flying through the air. You fly onto the second building down here with a thud, taking 33 points of damage. You're bleeding profusely across your chest. Your armor is completely split down the middle, diagonally. Together barely, but you watch as the blood starts to flow.
Oh shit.
Profusely.
How much did you say? 32?
33 points, yeah.
Oh boy.
It's getting spicy.
Okay.
Good thing you guys fucking get caught in the MVP so far with the enemies abound.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
Damn,
the
dude.
bound is carrying.
Yeah, if you guys would have two
It's
more
like
giants
Froot
on
isn't
you.
in this fight, and we're still not dead because two of them just aren't fighting.
Three? Who did I lure away from you guys as well by blinking all over the place?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, and who's looking
Common
for the
has his own
ring?
way of supporting.
Tell you what, it's not there. It's not there. And guess what? It's not here.
I love that the ring symbol changes slightly. The last one was just so lazy.
Where the ring? Oh.
Dun 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 dun. Ring.
Hey.
Okay, so sorry, I didn't realize it was another giant's turn. This giant will make 2 attacks on you, Fungus. My bad.
Oh, I get it now.
Yeah, you just figured that out. Come on.
Yes.
First one will hit, second one will miss. First one will deal 23 points of damage to you. Make another concentration check or save. Your skin of fungus, like the second layer that is sort of covered your flesh, is absorbing most of the strength, most of like the cutting power of this blow. But you're still being struck by a massive object that's battering you around, and you with this you're gonna I believe you're 89 minus 23.
Yeah.
So yeah, your form will dissipate then. As your temporary hit points are broken.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So, Fungus, you watch as sort of like the mushrooms start to lower and be absorbed into his skin, and the black discoloration sort of seems to just like it sort of like reverses, and you watch as his skin becomes clear, almost like in a linear effect as it seeps back into the small patches. And now he's just regular old Fungus again. And he's sort of scratching his head. And Velka's turn.
Oh boy. So she's in the river now?
Yeah. It's not flowing very fast. It's not like a rapid river, but
Alright, I guess she'll, what direction is it flowing?
it's flowing to the east.
Let's see. Okay, she's gonna fight the current over to here.
Okay. Doggy paddles her way over.
Yeah.
I think she do brush
Did she,
stroke.
how much movement do I have left there?
If she dashes, she'll have a lot more.
Can I make it to this guy? Or no?
That guy, if you want to attack him, then yeah, I would say.
Yeah, alright.
Actually, no. Swimming speed, they have difficult terrain. So, unless they have a swimming speed.
Can I let the current take me
Yeah, I would
over
allow
here
that.
and then just
I would allow that.
fight my way up and attack him?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, so, nice. It'll hit. She bites him into his leg, the small, like, exposed part of skin above the massive boot he's wearing. And then you watch as she quickly withdraws again. Her mouth is frozen after a couple seconds.
Damn.
Alright. And,
These boys be cold.
this will bring up the other giant, who Common is leading on a wild goose chase.
Benny Hill theme.
Come back, halfling. Come back and face your death. And he starts running towards you, sprinting, dashing, and he's only gonna be able to get to, say about here, but he's coming after you.
Taking a seat on the balcony and just tipping my flask to him.
He watches like his head is reared and he's charging towards you with his shoulders like lowered, and it takes a lot of nerve, like a lot of reassuring yourself to pull off this cocky feat, but your comments gotten.
Do what she said.
The Jarl still under the control of Common's spell. Will finally kill the other giant as just two last swings, both into the skull, these rapid strikes, and then the giant he fells this other giant and then turns around looking for another enemy.
Edis.
And he sees the other giant lurching in front of him. First enemy he sees starts walking towards him. Your Storvold, stop! The other giant yells to him. And that's gonna be his turns. Common, your turn then, as you see this other melee about to happen right here as the giants face each other. The giant looks away from you, concerned with the Jarl coming towards him.
Okay. Seeing that I still think my spell kind of has this portion of the battle taken care of, I'm going to do like a quick sweep around, looking for other giants, really.
Yeah, so you see the other two giants, to the south, and you see Phelan you see what looks to be Phelan laying injured on the rooftop, and then you can't see figures from where you are.
Okay. I am going to Dimension Door to Phelan, which is my last Dimension Door.
I was gonna say, how many of those do you get?
I get 3, dude. It's only a level 4, yeah. And I still have my movement then, right?
Yeah.
Could
There's no action.
Grapple? Okay. I am going to Healing Word Phelan at a level 3.
Okay.
As a bonus action,
Cool.
so.
Phelan is healing spirits concentration, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, roll for that then. Make sure it's still up.
Con save.
Yeah. DC 10. So it's what then, Tim?
The hell thing is right. So I need to roll 2 more d4s.
Yeah, 2d4 and then plus 3. Plus 2.
Yep. So.
8, 10.
10. Yep.
Phelan gains 10 health. Nice job. Every little bit helps. And you will make the con save. As you're healing spirit, you still see the spirit continue its presence across the street from you.
Thanks, Cotman.
Alright, let's get it moving, lad. 2 giants here.
Call with another. You see these golden flashes of light around the battlefield as Cotman is blinking from area to area, and you see him join Phelan on top of the rooftop. And you see the 2 giants are zeroed in on their position. Froot is nowhere to be seen. You can't see him right there from where you are, but you realize you just haven't seen Froot very much. You've seen him running around, but you haven't really seen him do anything.
Finishes eating.
Eating fucking bread.
That's ridiculous.
Alright, go here, that's 5. That diagonal's 10. 15. 20, 25, 30, 35. Okay, I can get right behind that thingy. And I just won't peep around it, you know me, and shoot this guy right in the back.
You hiding first for a sneak attack?
Yeah. Right, I did not say that. Yeah, I'm gonna hide, move over there behind that.
Yikes.
Wow.
I will just move myself
Nice.
over there, so it looks like I'm peeping around. A good old peep and shoot.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's
Did that hit?
yeah. That was it, Chief.
God.
The giant slightly turns its head towards you, Carl, just for a second. It looks like it's about to start rearing its axe behind its body, and right as it turns its head towards you, you get a crossbow bolt right through its eye into its brain, and it just stands still for a split second and then begins to fall in one direction. And snow just explodes around it, and next thing you know, there's like this giant 20-foot corpse laying in the ground.
Alright.
Good job, Cal.
Thing is, you just saw this
voice from a distance.
Thing is, you just saw this giant get felled in front of you. You're still recovering from your feat that just happened there, but rubbing your temple, you're coming back to terms with what's going on, and you just saw all that happen.
Alright. Yeah, now I know. I was considering my spells.
Gotcha.
Alright.
Show off a bit, you know.
Yeah, you know, it's not too much, you know, I don't want to blow their minds. So I'm gonna turn around and look at the, look at the giant closest to the banks there. And,
I can't believe you went full fungi the first
oh
time.
yeah, well, you never know if you're gonna get another chance. And I'm gonna cast Blight on him. Oh. Roll the 8d8.
Alright, so... Constitution save. Natural 1. Roll your 8d8.
D8.
Wow.
There's no
that
mod
is
on that,
one
right? I don't get like anything.
dead guy.
Wisdom.
No, it's just straight 88, yeah.
Right.
Nice. Alright, so...
Complain.
As the giant's looking down at Velka, now somewhat angrily, and starts to appearing somewhat wounded, it looks at you, fingers for a second, then its expression becomes one of fear and pain as it starts groaning. You start draining like the moisture and life force from its body. You see like the crystals, the snow on its body start to dry up until it just appears pale blue ice, and it looks like it's having trouble breathing. And it looks like it's about to turn around to start running, seeing that the giant in front of him just got killed and that now he's starting to feel all this. So take 35 points of necrotic damage.
Awesome. That'll be enough.
Yeah. For your turn. The potato bread is delicious.
I finished that, okay?
That's ridiculous.
Alright, so the giant feels
Alright.
its lungs
So I move
cease
right
to
here
function.
and look down, and I spot this house, okay? And I dash all the way to here. And then I make like a sharp turn and just like throw my body into this house.
Instead of that, the giant.
Okay, a strength check. Call, you just see Froot in his rage form.
So as you see me run by, I just shout,
He's running.
I'm gonna find that fucking ring! This is for you, Tank!
So you see, and before this, you see Froot throw. He wipes his mouth and he throws this bowl to the ground, and then he runs and says this to you.
This is a big. I might fucking. This house might fall down. Holy shit.
Yeah, so you break through this house and you see there's a couple, two people, a man and a woman, and they're together and they're shaking, and the man's just, what do you want?
My name is Froot Flynn. I'm an adventurer. I'm here to help. I'm looking for the ring.
Make a persuasion check. Disadvantage.
No.
You ready for this?
Oh my.
I don't know anything about a ring. Please leave.
You know nothing about the ring?
No,
Nothing?
nothing.
Oh, and I start to get teary-eyed. I'm never gonna save my friend Dink. I guess I'll just go then and slay these beasts, for you for free, because that's the type of guy I am. And I drop 20 gold on the ground. This is for the repairs. I'm sorry if I hurt your home. I'm gonna go slay these beasts, and I'm sorry. I leave, and then with the rest of my movement, I prepare to fight this guy.
All right. Phelan, your turn. You sort of sitting up in Cotman's embrace. You feel his healing energy seep into you, and yeah. The giant next to you has been killed by Call, and the other one is appearing to be very wounded.
All right.
Let's keep it moving, lad.
I'll like kick up like an anime character with my feet. Get my bow and I'll steady in my hand, and I'll loose 2 arrows at the giant, taking 5, adding 10 for both.
All right. First one will hit. Second will miss. 16 points of damage. Another shot to the chest, and this time the giant seems like it really feels pain. It's weakened state from Fingus's spell.
Damn right. Chief.
That's gonna be your turn.
That will be my turn.
Alright.
There are many like it.
This giant is gonna try to run away. It runs past you, Froot, provoking an opportunity attack. As it tries to just.
So I go.
Stop the probing on it.
This is for Dink!
Just one attack.
Oh, okay.
Opportunity here. But it will hit. 17 points of damage. As you stab it into the frost giant's like foot ankle area. I'm gonna have it make a dexterity save. Roll a 5. It falls as you get it right in an area where it can't support itself in its wounded state. It falls onto the ground with a huge thud. Again, like a massive explosion of snow. Call, you get a whole bunch of snow that just flies towards you, sort of cover your face, and you see this giant laying in front of you, just seemingly almost unconscious and very wounded. Frost Giant's dead. Velka's turn. She's no longer endangered.
She sees Froot and runs toward him.
I couldn't find the ring, Velka. I'll have to check this house next.
She starts sniffing you and smells food and like licks your coat where there might be some crumbs.
Oh, here. And I pull some of the mushy bread from my pocket. I give it to her.
That'll be your turn.
The Frost Giant here attempts to reason with the Jarl. Jarlstorvald, you are not yourself. Please stop. And it's gonna be in vain. That's how he's gonna spend his turn. The Jarl doesn't just watch it. Walks towards him slowly, looking at him with eyes of fury, and then takes 2 attacks. And they will both hit for a total of 46 points of damage.
Jeez.
I've done more damage than all of you guys.
Yeah, he really has. So yeah, this giant is very wounded now with 2 huge slash wounds in its body. Common, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna peep over, run over here, peep over this little Johnsky.
Are you alright down there, lad?
You didn't see Fingus turn to the mushroom either, did you? The mushroom thing?
No, I didn't see shit.
It was just Phelan and Colin saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, do you respond at all, Fingus, bro?
Sorry, what'd you say?
I will look over the top of this building at you, and I'm like,
Are you alright down there, lad?
Oh yeah, can't complain. Could be worse, you know.
Alright.
can I see Froot from here?
Yes, you can.
Alright. I am going to run to Froot, my dog. I can get there, right? Actually, okay, I'm gonna tap my boots as I'm jumping off this building in the midair. And I'm gonna run to my boy Froot. And I'm going to inspire the homie.
I haven't
With
found
the-
the ring yet.
Brisk series of words.
Not the time, Fruit. Why don't you just go take down that big-ass giant right there, right in the legs?
Right!
Alright. It's your turn.
I prepare
that's it.
my next attack to hit him.
Alright, Call, it's your turn then. You just saw this giant fall in front of you. And it appears almost motionless other than its deep breathing.
So much
Yeah.
dice.
Alright, it's gonna have
muted.
advantage.
What's that?
So minus the 3 cold damage, that's 12 plus 21, it's 33 points of damage, and that'd be enough to kill it. How do you want to do this?
Woo! If you're talking, Jose, we can't
Yeah,
hear
you're
you.
muted, brother.
Sorry. He's laying face down.
Yeah, he's sort of like his arms are out.
Alright, I'm just gonna like slice him right in the back of the neck, spinal cord.
You
Right
sort
through
of
it.
position yourself to make a deep strike, and then with one huge swoop, you manage to cut right into his neck deep. And you see by the way he lets out one last breath and the breathing stops, he's dead.
Alright.
Alright, I got the big lad charmed by the end there. But there's just one more besides him, lads. Aye, he's quite mad at his friends right now, but anyone else who comes near him, he'll be mad at them too.
I think it's your turn then. You
Yeah, I guess I'll look down this alleyway. Do I have a decent view of them? Do I even know where I'm headed, really?
yeah, you can giant like the top of them. They're
Yeah.
tall, so you can see both of them, like the top of them at least. They have cover, it'd be harder to hit them, but you can see them.
Okay. Okay. Let's do some measurements. You know, gotta Oh wow. Dang. Would I be able to cast Cloud Kill over there?
Ooh. I don't know what that does.
What the hell is this?
It kills.
Oh shit.
Oh no, it's gonna be too slow probably. That's some slow ass fog.
No, you can choose for it to start on.
Oh, I can start it. Oh, okay. And then
That's the
it'll,
reason, yeah.
okay. That's what I figured. Awesome. Yeah. In that case, well, you know.
Yeah, so... Okay. So you cast it there, and yeah, they both are affected by it, so... When they start their turn, they're both make the save. Froot, it's your turn then. You just watch Call kill the giant that Common told you to kill. Oh my god, string check.
It never ends.
You actually this time, actually no, you have advantage. Never mind. Saying you break through the wall. It's a little messier this time. It's not clean, but you sort of get your knee caught on like a piece of wood. But you break in, and once again, several screams. Who are you?
Shit. Hold on a sec. I like shake my leg out. Anyways, the giants outside are dead, but I'm still looking for the ring. Do you know where I can find that? Is it nearby? Is it in some like...
What ring? Why would you break into our house like that? Who are you?
Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
Okay.
What, do you not believe this is his house?
He's just a scared ass villager.
You
You look
know,
into his eyes and you see fear.
the ring that makes things never melt. It's like the ring of summer, winter.
I'm just a fisherman.
Does he have any fishing rods up?
You see a corner where he has about 5 fishing rods.
Wait a minute. You can't catch fish in these cold waters.
You're full of shit, boy. That's all we do up here.
No fucking way. And my turn ends while I'm still arguing with this man.
He tries to argue with a fisherman about.
Can't catch fish in cold water.
I also called you boy when you're 8 feet tall. But...
What a hard ass.
I imagine Froot still looks like a boy. He's just
really
Big
like
and
SpongeBob
big and
when
deformed.
He looks like SpongeBob during the oh god, I don't even remember what.
Yeah, I forget too. But I'm
the
talking about.
the fry cook game.
Yes,
or whatever
right?
it is.
No, oh yeah. Fail, and it's your turn then. The two close giants are dead. The 2 other ones are fighting.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, that's even better.
Got it.
Anchor arms.
Yeah.
No, I'm a jerk, and everybody loves me.
Look in the lounge.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so these 2 giants are fighting each other, so we don't want to fuck with them.
Yeah, I mean, the one with the helmet is under Cotman's spell and attacked the other one who was trying to reason with him. But...
Alright, gotcha. Anyway, I want to take that sweet D6. Ooh, baby. 30 health. Then I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at level 3 on myself. So I roll 2 more d8.
Nice.
So 17 health to me. Cool. And yeah, it's my turn. Actually, I think I'm gonna skirt off this building and stand with Fingus.
Okay. You both back down and make your way to the snow-covered ground and sort of like grip up the Fingus. Velka, then it's her turn. Also, she was running over to you. Or is she?
Yeah.
Alright.
She does just that.
This frost giant. I do not want to do this. You're still. What? It starts choking on this strange fog that Fingus has put on the ground, and he'll take a Constitution save.
I think that's it.
And he will not make it, so he'll take. We can go ahead and roll that 5d8.
Oh, my pleasure.
24 points of damage. Alright, so at this point the giant starts coughing, the coughing rumbles the ground, and he starts trying to make its way, he starts trying to run, making his way out of the poison, away from Madden Jarl, and just starts running, not even taking care, for his strategic positioning, and the Jarl with his attack of opportunity, will stick his axe right in the back of the skull of the frost giant, dealing 32 points of damage. And he just withdraws the skull, kicks the giant in the back, and the giant just falls on top of this building and just crushes it like a tree.
I didn't check that one yet.
Oh my god.
That might come back to bite us.
Okay. Wow. Alright, so that's 2 giant kills for Cotton.
Yeah, I got 2 scored that, and plus the human. I killed the
We
human.
should add up the damage that the Jarl has done this fight.
I forgot about the human.
50.
That human got
that was-
pulverized.
You guys have no idea who the fuck that guy was.
Yeah.
Because all that happened. That's so ridiculous. Why even prep, am I right? Fuck. Alright, so.
And then he ends his turn in it.
He
Yeah.
starts it. It's if they start it right.
Ending.
It's his turn, and he takes the 5d8 points of poison damage.
Or starts its turn there, yeah.
Yeah,
So he
so
takes
we'll
it
con
now.
save.
Yeah.
It does make the save, so 5d8, go ahead and roll it, but it's halved. 16, alright. He will re-roll his save then. Common. Roll the nat 1.
Never
And then
ends.
He looks down and he's gonna make a perception check. And he does not see you guys. Very low roll. And
I am
Yeah.
going to cut the spell there then.
alright. So as you do, you sort of looking over the building, from what you can see of his face, he sort of shakes his head a bit, looks around at the carnage before him. He sees the giant dead here, the building crushed, sees the cloud of poison in front of him, his former human ally, another giant dead, and he just runs off to the north where he came.
Alright. Well, shit.
His feet quake the ground as they hit, and then you sort of, as he gets further and further away, it gets less and less overwhelming, and soon enough the ground vibrations stop as he makes his way.
Wow.
Well, what do you think, lads? Should we call it there and maybe go find a ring?
I mean, this guy says you can fish in the freezing water. There's no way!
Fruit, of the point, right?
The giants were
guys.
heading across this bridge.
Alright, maybe they didn't find the ring in any of these houses. You have any luck, Froot?
They're not
Hey,
in
big
this
one.
one, and I point
Come
to
over
all
here.
5 of them. They're not in any of those.
What, Phaedon?
I was yelling at McCloskey.
Oh.
What?
I was telling you to come over with us.
No, okay.
Alright, who is this lad?
Well, I suppose some introductions are in order.
Alright, well,
He sounds like Pumat's soul.
That's a good point. Fisherman, identify yourself.
Did you come over?
Yeah. Moving my token.
What happened to you?
Me, I'm Rorvold. I'm just a fisherman here in the village. Fuck are you guys? I'm sorry. This town's destroyed and... he seems hysterical, like he... speechless.
Don't worry, you
Hey.
can rebuild. It'll be even better this time too. You guys could use bricks. You could make even like those fireplaces.
alright, now what you
Anyways,
can do for us now, lad, is you know somebody with a ring around here. What they call him again, Phaedon?
Selwyn?
Simdar?
Simdar.
Simba?
Simber.
we'll pay you
Simba.
100 gold if you have anything about it.
Why would anyone want anything to do with Simba?
He's got a ring. It's a very powerful ring. The giants want it.
Is his son around here?
Well, yes, but no one really ever hears much from him. You see, him and his father never really showed up much around town. Always welcome him, hospitality. But that's not the point. The point is, I don't think anyone wanted anything to do with him. Haven't even seen the father in years. What the fuck are you talking about, a ring?
Okay.
Can you just point us in the right direction, lad? Where's this lad's son? Where does he stay?
He's across the river to the south, the lone west of the church.
Alright. I turn around and I kind of spin towards Fingers.
And you?
Yeah. I can't.
Are you coming with us?
Well, gee, that's a tall ask. I don't know.
You saw what we could do to those giants, lad.
Where are you going? Kind of just stumbled out of that big hall and... How the hell did you end up here? What are you doing?
What? How did you turn into whatever that was?
Yeah, what the hell was all
He
that
turned
cheese
into
all over
something.
you?
Hey,
It's a lot of
Jeremy,
questions.
look, could you just help us find the ring while you're here? You obviously can hold your own in a fight. We could use the help. We can make it worth your while if you're after coin.
All I'm saying is me and this big lad here,
I point at Fruit.
when we were hitting that giant, when I was doing my fantasy spell casting bit, we saw a little lad, human thing, maybe in front of him. And that big lad killed that human. And I want to know if there's any other lads like that were working with these giants here.
Maybe we should go check if there's anything left of that guy's body.
Yeah, that's
Doubtful, but
intriguing. He was with the giants.
He yelled something at the big giant before, well, my spell had him, well, there's not much left of the lad, if I had to say so myself.
maybe it's worth checking. Search his body.
Well, you don't think that this big lad here might have something to do with these giants? I'm not too sure. He comes running out of that place as if he has no idea the giants are attacking, and what does he do? I didn't see him hit a single giant once.
I mean,
I mean, I saw him hit a giant.
Oh,
I think your
Well.
friends can attest here. I was a helpful guy.
so he's not with the giants, you think, Phaedon?
As far as I can tell.
I mean, gosh, I'm not that big, am I?
You got a point, Doctor.
I thought this tunic was slimming.
What do you think, Cal?
I mean, Phelan's, I was, over there pointing to where I was. All I saw him was turn into some black blob before I couldn't see anymore. But I mean, if Phelan says he fought them, I doubt he's with them.
He saved me from one.
I mean, that's got to be worth something.
I think it was him. A big, great vine reached out of the river and pulled him in.
Is that something you can do there, lad?
This is sort of how I imagine it, but like a little extreme. You know what I mean? Like sort of like some vines and like some growths and some like it's in D&D chat, but not quite that monstrous. But like that sort of idea. I don't know.
Okay.
But like he's still like a humanoid. He's not like you know what I mean? Like
Is that something you can do there, lad? You made a vine?
Well, more like mushrooms and fungus, But I can explain all this. How about we go somewhere with a nice, fire, and we get some beers, and we talk this all over.
It's not the time, lad. We need to find the ring.
Well, gee, I didn't know it was so urgent.
Did you not see all the houses and the people? Oh, that reminds me.
I'm gonna start running towards that house I saw this giant fall into.
Fisherman.
hey, what's that?
Why would
Do you know-
anyone fish in this cold weather?
Not now, Froot.
No, I want to
for?
know. This doesn't
This
make
is
sense.
some
This is
great
so
music.
sketchy.
It is. Why who queued it for one situation?
I think for this bit with the fisherman.
Okay.
What do you
could
really
just
do?
tell us- Can you
I
just tell
just-
us where Sindar's son lived?
He did
Where
tell
he
us.
is? He did?
Yeah. To the lone house west of the church, just
South
across the
the
bridge.
river.
Yeah.
Fingus didn't say that, but the fisherman did,
Yeah, the fisherman did, sorry.
I think we should head there.
I already ran towards this house.
I'm gonna go find Cotman first, so you all should come with me.
Where did
Alright.
Cotton?
He ran off this way. We should go check out that body too. Thank you, fisherman.
I
have my-
wall here. It might cost quite a bit of coin to fix.
God damn it. Here's 15 gold.
If only
No,
Dink
for-
had. Wait, Common, this is perfect time to use mending. You just gotta use it like 100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he already, he's gone. Alright, I give him 15 gold and then I catch up.
Alright, I'm gonna check inside this house. See if there's anyone that died because this giant fell into the house.
Oh, you wanna go? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's a lot of debris and rubble. And right from looking, you're gonna have to do a lot of lifting. The giant is more so on top of a lot of where the house was. So you'd have to move the giant out of the way first.
Oh, Christ. Fruit! Fruit!
So by the time I get back up to him, I'm in my small form again. Because the
Yeah,
rage
I'll say that makes sense, yeah.
ran out.
Oh, now, Fruit.
Jesus.
Can you help us lift this here, lad? Maybe if all of us do it. What's that lad's name? Fingus. Is he here?
God, I don't care about Fingus.
Fingus, can you lift this here giant out of the way so we can see if there's any survivors in this here house?
I mean, I can try.
I get prepped to lift.
Alright, everyone who's attempting to move the giant, make a unskilled strength check.
Sure, Dungeon Master.
Wow.
Oh. Alright, most of you guys didn't really do much, but Froot sort of like warms up and he pushes the giant. It's like moving a huge, like almost like a whole tree, but he just does it. Both of his hands, he just pushes the giant across the house, and it looks like the giant's now covering about like a quarter of the house, I'll say. So a lot of the house, the debris is accessible, but there is still a portion where the giant's on. There's a big ass form that you have to move.
Can I like sneak through the little opening?
Yeah, I'll say you can do that.
Hello? Hello? Is anybody in there? It's safe. The giants are gone.
No response. You go inside. The door frame is just barely standing, and you see like inside the center of the room, a huge portion of collapsed roof that's just blocking off the entire east, like western side of the house. And the hall, like through the rooms, you do see. Make a perception check.
Okay.
You don't seem to see anything that catches your eye. Froot, you notice a hand laying out from sticking out the rest, like where the body would be, seemingly under rubble. It's under like a huge amount of rubble, like it probably like several hundred pounds, like a huge piece of wood.
Is there blood?
Not outside the rubble, not that you can see.
Oh,
Come on.
Christ. Can we move it, Froot?
Oh yeah.
Roll strength. Yeah. Move it slightly.
Oh wait,
You're pushing.
can I use my my inspiration die from before?
Yeah. You're able to push it off slightly, dragging it, and you can obscure about rather surface. You get about probably like the majority of the person's the right side of their body, and it appears to be a female now. It's thin arm and sort of like feminine torso shape.
Oh, Christ. This is my fault, Froot. I let that helmeted giant slay that beast, and he fell here. And now this lass is dead.
You could have known, Cotman.
You look over and look on top of the dressers. See a picture of a couple peasants in ragged gown and suit, but dressed what they would consider formally for some sort of special occasion.
I couldn't have known. I couldn't have known. That's what we always say, isn't it? How many of the lads we killed just trying to take care of their own? Bandits and the like.
Hey, come on.
Think how many more would have died if you let that giant continue?
I put my hands on
And
my
that's an
shoulders.
excuse to be reckless.
You took out 3 of those all by yourself. You'd say the same thing to me. Casualties happen. You saved this village almost single-handedly. You couldn't have known that he was gonna fall over there. Besides, you made them fight amongst themselves.
It wasn't enough. I'm sure Cal or you, even a Fingers lad over there, especially Dink, could have done something that wouldn't have caused a casualty, especially amongst the villagers. Even when I stop swinging the sword, I end up killing some innocents, eh?
There's no time for this, Cotman. Gotta get moving. Alright?
I suppose so, Dad.
While they're being sad over that, I've been trying to search what might remain of said
The human?
polarized person. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can run your hands through the pockets.
Yeah, I need a investigation.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
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 So, pants pockets, robe pockets, all the exterior pockets, nothing. sort of think for a second and then sort of just decide to sort of reach your hands inside each section of each like half body is like partially bisected. You could literally like peel apart like the sides of his body, like it's you can see guts and blood like staining the ground. You decide to reach over into the interior of his robe, see if there might be any hidden pockets, and you feel something that appears very cold and metallic as you reach in, and as you pull it out and inspect it, it's sort of like a small medallion, object, and it has a symbol on it. Make a history check, see if you recognize it.
Alright. History. There.
This is Zentrum.
What the fuck? Right, and that's everything I find on him?
Yeah, that's
Pretty
everything.
much.
It took you a few seconds to analyze the symbol, but you recall seeing it on a small sort of banner that was on one of the walls in the house of the Tabaxi Jahara. And in your thought, pondering this, that's what stuck out to you. You're sure this is a Zentrum, like a similar equivalent to an officer's badge.
Okay. Alright.
Kyle, you find anything?
Yeah, I found this and I toss it to Phelan.
What does the badge look like again?
I need to pull up the picture.
Is it something I might recognize?
I tell him it's a.
Yeah, if you tell it, call
it's
if you
Zenter.
check D&D chat. Also,
That's
Matt, I love
cool.
that picture.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I look back up.
It's a little more goofy.
Yeah.
I look back up at Kyle. Center.
Yeah. I didn't think
Giants.
they'd ever try some shit like that. I had no idea could have been involved with them
No, we're
doing
fucking
something
with,
like this.
We're fucking with the wrong people.
I mean, I left the tomb behind. I'm sure I won't hear from them anytime soon.
Toss it back to Kyle. In case you need it.
Thanks. So, anyone survive in there?
Unfortunately not. Seemed like a couple. Woman and a man. Giant fell right on top. It was my fault. Should have known better.
Don't beat yourself up, Cotman. It could have been a lot worse if we hadn't come here.
We should go find the ring. They said it was south of the bridge, right?
Yeah. West of the
west.
church. South bridge, west of the church.
Assume
Let's
this
go.
little structure, if that's the church.
Yeah, I imagine that one or the one next to it.
Which one? This one or this one?
Yeah.
Said either
You make
this
your way
one-
through the town as a silent snow begins coating the what seems like an already fresh layer. The town, along with the snow and now just the sudden quiet after the chaos is over, is now just eerily quiet as you make your way. The bridge squeaks beneath your feet as you cross it, and you pass the temple. The temple, you see on a plaque that sort of hangs right outside next to it. This is the temple to Tyr. He's a warrior god, a god of justice, and this seems to be the god favored by this town. You make your way past it and make your way to the lone house that stands sort of isolated from the rest of the town. And it looks like the most rundown house in the town. It looks like it's been neglected, and if you didn't know otherwise, you would think that nobody lived there.
It was the town or house west of the church, right?
The church is down here, yeah, and this is the house.
Okay.
No,
there's one all the way over there.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we weren't sure if it was the tiny one or that one. But
I'll walk up and knock.
No response. Alright,
I'm gonna
you wait for
break
about
it.
30 seconds and there's no response.
I'm gonna just break it down.
Froot, try the knob.
Alright, the door, this wooden door, you are surprised to learn it sparks with a weird sort of energy as you hit it, and it doesn't damage you or explode or anything like that, but it's
Whoa.
just oddly durable to your strike. It doesn't break down. The door is slightly nicked.
Can I feel the door? Does it feel ominous or like magical?
You put your hand on the door and it's cold to the touch. Feels like you just grabbed like a piece of iron that stood out in the snow for hours, and then after a few seconds it's almost like painful to hold on. It's so cold. Freeze burn.
Is there like wood next to it?
It's weird. It appears to be wood, but it's cold as if it's metal. It's just, even you know, even you would think that this seems to be magical in nature. You can't be sure because you don't really know much about it, but that's your first thought.
What are you implying about his intelligence?
It's 8,
Even
man.
you understand that
it's
this isn't
8.
right.
It's 8.
Yeah, he's pretty
Man.
brain dead.
He's like 1 point away from fucking not being able to talk.
What? At 7? You can't
properly. Properly.
talk? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
it's
pretty
not
sure
that
below 6
low.
you can't talk at all. Yeah,
Wait.
dude, like
Oh, wow. I thought it was like 4.
No, I
That's the
know,
big
but
thing, Critical Role
my
is that-
intelligence is 8.
yeah, you're
I'm
fine.
not
That's
that
what I'm saying. But yeah, I'm saying one or two more points and you'd be getting
Yeah,
there.
then I'd be like clinically dumb.
Yeah.
What do they?
Was it in the last Critical Role campaign, Grog? Didn't he have 6?
Well, yeah, that's,
Yeah.
that's like a controversial thing, though. Like, some people thought that was kind of lame that he was able to play a character with that low intelligence, still be able to, because like that's kind of like the cutoff. But it was just
Okay.
because Mercer allowed it, and like that makes sense. Like, I don't know.
Like he rolled
But,
that number. So
Yeah, he is really dumb. He does play it well, so like I don't blame him. But yeah, you there's no response still even after witnessing this door, and you all see like the like sort of like the passing flash of blue light over the door, just like almost like an oscillating light.
Damn. I don't know what Dink would do at this part. This is usually his
Alright, what
forte.
was that? You ever seen anything like that in your Robin days, Cal?
I can't say I have. I mean,
Hey.
none of us know shit about the. You know what? I'm gonna start walking around and checking the windows.
Fingus, right?
Yeah. You can call me Finn.
Finn.
How would you get into
Yeah.
this?
Well, if you think it's some kind of magic, you know, I know some things, you know, I picked them up back in my hometown. I could see if there's maybe some magic going on around this house.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Sure.
This is where I cast Detect Magic. It's not in my spellbook yet, because I made it in a hurry, but it's one of my feats.
Yeah, no, it's self-explanatory. So you detect magic, and magic is detected.
Oh, yeah, that's magic.
Yeah,
is
that is
detected.
And also the entire building innate magic. Like, you're not really like, sure of like specific instances of magic, how many there are, or like how much, but there's definitely more than just this.
Do I get like a feeling? Is it like arcane magic or like?
It's beyond.
Magic?
It's not magic that you're familiar with, but the only magic you're familiar with is fungal magic. So
yeah,
you assume it's not that.
Can I try the doorknob?
Yeah. It's locked and cold. Doorknob is metal. It's very cold.
Are there windows?
Yes.
Can I inspect those? See
You
if they
walk
have
around.
a blue sheen. Like
Yeah, they all appear to be. Well, they're not. That doesn't appear to be the same like dark blue magic light. Rather, the windows are more like it's like they're like light blue frosted over, almost as if there's ice, just like.
Oh, they're just frosted over like with ice. It doesn't look like magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't look like magic, but you can't be sure.
I'm gonna try and open one.
Okay. It seems like it's absolutely locked and like it's shut really tight. It might be pried open, but it's definitely not gonna be open normally.
Alright. Well, we could break in one of these windows.
I could try my magic wand.
Oh geez, that doesn't sound very polite. We could just knock.
We've been doing that.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, they'll get the door when they're ready.
Excuse
You
me.
wouldn't want to rush them.
Sorry, Fingus, but we don't really have the time to be polite. I mean, you seem like one of the nicest people I've ever met, honestly. But we're kind of in a rut. Froot, you were running through houses all over the place. Why don't you just, give it a little tap on the side near one of the places that aren't so magically involved?
Okay. So I go over to where the weakest looking window is.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna pull out my magic
I'm
wand.
going to. Oh, you're gonna. Oh.
Oh, you with the wand.
I thought you were gonna run at it.
I'm gonna try this first.
Okay, I'm gonna
How
inspire.
many charges?
I'm gonna use 2.
Okay. How many left then?
I have 5 left then.
Okay. So yeah, that means you can roll 44 plus 4.
Oh, 4d4.
Yeah, because level 1 charge is 3 missiles. 2 charges is 4. Yeah. So you have to roll plus 4 then. So you have to roll. So 16. Good rolls. 16 points of damage as they all fly into this window. The first one shatters the glass, and the second, third, and fourth one pound the ice, and they all seem to sort of smash little chunks out of it with the magical force damage they deal. But it's still solid ice, and you can't see through. It appears like it was more than just frosted windows, as it seems like there's a layer of ice.
Oh. Huh.
Alright.
You think we can break through that?
I can break through it. I get ready to charge. I charge at it with all my might.
I inspired you to, just so you know.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna make a strength check.
Is it a D10 or a D8, Tim?
D10, baby.
You able to break through the wood, or you smash the wood rather? The wood doesn't have much room to break though, as you realize as parts of it fall off, and you see through the splintered parts. This is just, it's a huge wall of ice inside.
Jeez.
Whoa.
We need to heat this or
You
something.
see
This
like
is
the spots of
insane.
blue behind the splintered wood boards. It's weird looking and obvious and very, very magical.
Phelan, do you have any matches or anything?
Do you still have those explosive arrows, Phelan?
I'm afraid I used the last one in the forest.
Oh. I think I have I mean, do we really have time to just let fire, natural fire melt it?
Alright, how else are we gonna do it, man? I ain't got nothing up my sleeve.
Can
I have a tinder box, but
Can I take a closer look at this ice?
Yeah, what are you looking for?
Does it look like regular ice?
Make insight check. Yeah, no, you're pretty sure this is like you're 90% sure this is magical.
It's
This is a-
that it is magical. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is
Hey,
a
Common.
normal ice gang.
Could you
This is just too
counterspell
strange of a
this?
phenomenon. Like you don't really need magic to like be skeptical of this. What do you say, Jacob? Fruit?
Common,
What did you
could
say,
you
Dad?
could you counterspell this? If it's magic, maybe you could turn it off.
I have heard of some dispelling magic in me time, but no, nothing I can do. I could get in there with the portal, but I ran out for the day.
So if you think it's not, I mean, I'm guessing melting it isn't gonna work if it's not regular ice.
Maybe there's something else we need to figure out.
Maybe it's a little bit of a puzzle. Maybe there's a key somehow, eh?
Yeah, that's what I'm
They've got to get through it, right?
Why don't we check the church?
Not yet. I think that this lad's a hermit, so he'd have to need to get into this house every night. Maybe there's a specific set of words, or maybe you have to key under, I don't know, a floor mat or something.
Is there a floor mat? Can I check?
Oh my gosh.
No. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna kneel down to Velka. Velka, can you smell anyone in there?
I have to make a perception check. It's gonna be a tough roll because it's through a wall of ice. Sort of like puts her nose up against the ice. Few big
A big whiff.
whiff. And she sort of looks at you and just looks at you with a look of disappointment, uncertainty.
Froot, can you use your sword and try to chip some ice off? I mean, that thing is magical, right?
Now let's see what magic versus magic does here.
You're right.
If that's how it works. Fuck if I know.
Alright, Hazaron. So I'm gonna hit it 3 times. Like in succession.
Okay. Alright. So you hit the wall 3 times, just like 3 steady slashes against ice. Each one does chip away part of ice, but what you notice after you pull away and look closer, after the 3 slashes have been made, you see the spots you hit all have these small, dark swirls, just like a couple inches wide, small little dots, but they seem to fester within the ice.
That's different.
Fruit, you hear in your head. All day, so much blood has been shed around us, Fruit, and I have not gotten to taste a single drop of it. Why do you tease me?
Wow. You're alright, Fruit?
I'm not teasing you. I had to look for the ring. It wasn't my job to fight them.
I must be fed.
You ate a little bit earlier. Remember when the guy ran by and we sliced his leg?
It was not enough. Just a mere snack.
We're all just watching Fruit talk to his sword.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah, that's different.
what do you want me to do right now?
It's a special sword.
What's with these dark swirls?
Find me something to eat. Something to feed upon.
I just turn around and walk over, and then facing away from everyone, I just say, I'm gonna go find us dinner. We'll be back in an hour.
Fruit?
Are
And
we just
I,
gonna let him
I'm just gonna head down over here.
Wait, Froot! Wait, whoa, Froot!
I'm gonna click my boots and run after him.
Alright.
Oh, God damn
At this
it.
point, the snow has become steadier, and it seems maybe about an inch or so has accumulated on top of the previous snow.
Already snow.
Yeah.
Froot! Is everything alright, lad?
Yeah. Everything's fine.
No, what?
I guess I should insight check him.
Yeah, go ahead. Furry, make a deception check.
Ooh, my butt.
Ooh, common rolling high on the insight. That's how you know a
Drunk insight.
campaign. Yeah.
Yeah, you try to conceal your feelings, but Common, you're able to, you know this is something strange, and whenever Froot starts talking to himself, it tends to be something to do with his sword.
Is there something going on with Hazeron, lad? Or Jazapon? What's his name again?
It's Hazeron. Everything's alright. I just, I figured I'd go and get us some food. It's getting kind of late. The snow's gonna let up, so.
We all have food, lad. Enough for days.
Well,
We can hunt in this storm even if we needed to. What's the problem?
yeah, I mean, you and I have food, but he
What, you don't
doesn't.
think Phelan can take care of himself and we can all feed Cal?
I need to feed
This is about
Hazeron.
something else, lad. It's about Hazeron. You need to feed Hazeron. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, kinda.
With what?
Oh, stuff.
Fruit?
Look, I'm not really supposed to talk about it.
Or what? Is this sword gonna kill you?
Like he's getting bullied at school.
It's not that he'd kill me or anything, but I don't think he's gonna keep listening to me if I don't keep him fed.
And you're sure you want such an item like this for...
Come on, I'm gonna level with you. You have your magic. Carl has his stealth. Phelan has his brains. All I really have is my strength, and with just my great axe, I don't know if I can be as much of a help to anyone.
Fruit, how many giants did you kill here today?
None.
Aye. Then do you think we just keep you part of the team because we want your strength? You're one of us, lad. If it's ripping you apart that you have to keep this here sword because of what damaging or evil magic this sword might encompass, and I say to hell with the sword, just as I said to hell with my horn. If the group needs me more than the horn, then so be it. And I say the same for you, lad.
At the house, what are you guys doing? Anything? Or should I keep going here?
I
What
mean,
do you say we just take a look around the whole perimeter?
yeah, let's just look around. I mean, I looked around from the windows. Was there anything that struck me as odd when I had a look? I guess I didn't really roll a perception check when I did that.
If you guys want to roll perception, you can do that, or investigation if you're looking for something specific.
I don't really want to look for anything specific. I kind of just want to
Yeah.
turn everything over.
Yeah, that's perception then.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do that. Oh well, yikes.
Very
Alright.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, mostly what you get, Phelan, is that this house, or this seems like
this was just built for solitude, and like it was built for not defense, but just like as a guarantee that only those who are invited will get in. Seems like there are no trapdoors, no exploitable entrances. This is just something that was enchanted to keep people out.
You know, Carl, I get the feeling that whoever's in there, if anyone's in there, they have the ring. They're definitely not going to want us to have it.
We don't know that. We can't even talk to them yet.
Well, if they put up this big wall of ice, preventing anyone from getting in, I don't think we're welcome guests.
Look, there's gotta be some way in. My sword do anything? I guess I pull out full Frostbrand and touch it to the exposed ice.
The light of Frostbrand seems to act almost like a sort of feedback with like frequencies. It's sort of the light seems to like grow and like pulsate as it gets closer to the magic of the ice wall. When you pull it away, it sort of seems to fade a slight bit, but that's it. It just seems to react with the light.
Okay.
Spooky.
Yeah, it doesn't get us any closer.
Well, gee, guys, this storm's getting pretty bad. I think we should find somewhere to post up for the night, you know? Figure this whole thing out. Sleep on it.
Yeah, I guess we could. Where should we go?
There's got to be something we can do. I'm gonna walk up to the door. Gonna like knock again a little harder, like, look, we just want to talk. You're in. If there's anyone in there, just at least give us a few words. Knock again.
This point, the wood door, a small sort of like square slit, starts to freeze, and it gets harder and harder and more dense until it just breaks almost in your face. You have to sort of step back and close your eyes instinctually. And in the square, the rectangular shaped hole, you see a pair of eyes appear. Seem to be calm and almost simple brown eyes. And a male's voice speaks. Just, who are you?
I'm Phelan Belamathor. And you?
I would think that if you seek me out, you might know who I am.
I know you're the son of
Simber.
And what of it? I'm no one special. I'm the son of no one special.
He said, I'm the son of no one special?
So he is no one special and is the son of no one special.
That seems oddly specific.
I know what lies inside this home. And that makes you special enough to me.
Look, we're looking for that ring.
I'm sorry, I sincerely don't know what you're talking about.
Homes don't usually have blocks of ice preventing them from being entered. And I know of one ring that has properties of such cold that could accomplish such a thing. You're not speaking to fools.
I don't know of any ring. I am well versed in the arcane arts. Would you like to see my spellbook?
No, we don't have any need for your spellbook, we need the Ring of Winter.
I don't know what that is.
Well, if you don't, maybe your dad does.
Good luck finding him. He left a couple years ago. Didn't tell anyone where he was going.
Nothing?
Can I insight check this motherfucker?
Go ahead.
I will. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I mean, I guess I would too, but yeah, I'm just gonna, yeah.
Alright. He's very hard to read. His demeanor seems very calm, and his tone has not changed through this conversation. But you, looking into his eyes longer, you get the feeling that, like, there's some sort of intelligence there, and there's some sort of knowledge there that, it makes you think there might be something worth pressing on about.
So, was that everything?
Yeah, for the most part. For the most part, you just get the idea that he knows a lot.
Okay.
But you're not sure exactly what he might know about. So yeah.
Okay.
It's hard to read whether he's been honest or not, though.
So, how did you do this to your house? Obviously, gesturing towards all the ice and everything.
Which is just the result of some years practicing magic. Nothing spectacular.
Where do we go from here? No one in town has any knowledge of it.
Carl, show him the badge.
Like, those frost giants that came here, there was a human with them, and he had this on him. I present the badge. Does it mean anything to you?
You are suggesting Zentrum were in the city and are allied with frost giants in attacking it?
Yes.
And for what reason?
I don't know. I was hoping you might have information. We just got here. We got here, and there were just buildings being smashed. You don't know anything? I mean, you told me you're, full of fucking magic or whatever the fuck. You don't know anything. How can it be that you don't know anything?
Look, you're not from around here, and thank you for helping this town. I am full of shame that I abstained. But you should go before any trouble befalls you. Searching for...
Those frost giants were looking for the ring. They were coming to this house to look for it. Why would they be doing that?
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion?
Yeah. Alright.
Wow.
Damn.
They don't call him Silver Tongue Cal.
My father was the owner of this ring you speak of.
He took it with him when he left? Wherever he left to?
He spoke of the ring with always with an air of caution, as something that must be mastered. He taught me magic, and I will tell you that what you see here is nothing in comparison to what the ring is capable of. In any case, he disappeared, and perhaps the Zentrum and these frost giants for whatever reasons they might have for ring, perhaps they somehow thought this would be the best location to look. The ring renders the wearer immune to any divination magic, such as scrying. So, my first thought would be they use some sort of blood magic spell to track. Given that my father and I are of the same blood, to misled them here.
So we've got no lead then. Fuck.
The ring is in good hands with my father. In fact, I would say that there is no one better to look after it.
Insight check. Is he lying about the ring being with his father?
Alright, go ahead, make it.
That's what I'm trying to incite him for.
For some reason you seem drawn to believe him. Like he, after the whole presence of the frost giants subject was brought up, it seems like he decided to start being honest, although dismissive at the same time.
Right, okay.
Well, shit.
So it's not here.
It's not. It is somewhere in favor of my father.
How long ago did he leave?
I believe it was a little over 3 years ago now.
What were the circumstances of his leaving? Was it a sudden vanish, or did you know before?
He told me, but not until the night before. He did not tell me where. As far as why, I can only surmise it was because of the weight the ring put on him, on his will.
What kind of weight?
He believed the ring to be the test the ring would test its wearer, tempt them to do evil things, and in that way the ring would only let good people wear it, so that only the people who could resist the temptations would be allowed to wear it.
What if someone evil obtained the ring?
Well, that is why the ring must stay with my father.
But you said only good people can wear it.
Precisely.
But if someone evil were to get their hands on it, they couldn't use its power?
It would be up to the ring to decide. The nature of the ring is unclear. It is just my father's belief. It operates with that sort of morality.
I see. Does the dragon cult mean anything to you?
There has been talk of cult of Tiamat to the south. I do my best to obtain information in ways I can. But no, they are of no major concern to me.
Well, they might be at some point. 'Cause, I mean, they're looking for it too.
For the ring,
Yes.
this is slightly troubling.
Would he have reason to go?
If you could take
Sorry, go ahead.
If you could take your best guess as to where your father went, where would it be? Where would he want to hide?
Well, hiding wouldn't necessarily be his goal. I don't think. I know that the ring, I know that he found it in a temple, the island of Chult, far to the southwest. Perhaps he brought it back.
from here?
As we continue on with what we came here for, and maybe we'll pick up some more hints along the way. Is your father associated with the Arcane Brotherhood by any chance?
No.
Not at all?
Nope, not to my knowledge. We were on good terms with them, both my father and I, being magic users. But no affiliation.
Damn. Would you be able to use a speaking spell? Or no, sorry, sending spell to contact him?
The ring blocks all such spells.
Even that.
Cut back to me and Froot.
This sounds like quite a pickle.
Yeah, I didn't expect this to be such a
Back
bitch.
to Fruit and hotness. The snow still coming down.
Well then, Fruit. Is it too cumbersome for you to carry such an item like that anymore? What do you think? You want to feed this sword forever?
Come on. I turn to you. He's not that bad. If it wasn't for him, you would have got sucked off by that weird lady. Not in the good way.
He's right.
Colin,
Look,
Hazron tells me things. He advises me in ways that I don't want to have to ask you guys.
alright, Fruit. I mean, it's your weapon, lad. It seemed to me as though it was causing you some trouble. I just wanted to make it known that your value to the group is more than just how many beings you can slay with that sword, eh?
Is it?
Well, of course, lad.
Cartman's taking some bites of his daily rations, taking some sips of his flask.
What do you mean by that, Fruit? Of course.
You know, back when everything happened with Dink, if I would have done anything there, we would have gotten mauled by all those magicians. It's got me thinking, too. If I'm not that great at killing, I'm not that great at thinking, I'm not really sure what I can do for the group. Even just trying to talk to those villagers, I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just running into houses, dropping gold. But I'm not gonna act like I don't like this. Or I'm not gonna act like I enjoy this, but
Look, Fruit. Everybody's got their own reason for being here. But when we align as a group, we have a deeper meaning, eh? I think you're here with us these days because you've learned that not only maybe we can help you find your lass, but, well, because you want to help the realm. And you're a hell of a good one at that, I'll tell you that. But sometimes how you think you can help the realm is different from how you can really help the realm, eh? Maybe your place isn't running around looking for the ring. Maybe your place is out there on the front lines with the sword. But even so, if you're doing your best and you're here with the group, then that's alright with me. Not everyone can say they put their lives on the line for the Sword Coast, eh?
yeah.
Whether you're a villager sitting in your home or you're an adventurer out here, I'd say you're at least a few steps ahead of them, eh?
Yeah. Common, I'm not dealing well with losing Dink at all. Everyone that is around me just keeps dying. If I don't have, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I can't protect you guys. I feel like I need him because if
Hey, Froot. Look, do you think any of us are dealing well with losing Dink, eh? You know it's just not in their way. You look at Phaedon, you look at Cal. Do you really see someone who's gonna show up like that and their emotions? Tell you how they feel. Tell you they're upset. Tell you how damaged they are from a friend like Froot leaving in such a way. Of course not. They're adventurers, lad. Well, sometimes that's just what we have to do. We have to keep moving. We sleep on bedrolls, we make fires, we eat dried meat, and we make veggies and berries we find from the forest for our meals. We hardly ever have a good bed to sleep in. We fight day in, day out, travel day in, day out, for what thanks from these villagers around here. You walked into how many houses today, Froot? Did anyone know who you were? Did anyone know the blight you've suffered, for how many of their lives you would save in the fight you risked your life in today? Of course not. Froot. That's just not how people are. But adventurers, we're different. We know what it's like, Froot. It's not all flasks and pickles, eh?
Yeah.
Well, hey, if you need to feed your sword, and that's up to you, lad. But no, we don't like you separating from the group this often, eh? We need to stick together, especially up here in the north. None of us are familiar where we're at. So if that's what you feel you need to do, then maybe we need to go hunting, but maybe it should be as a group, eh?
Yeah. I'm just gonna go feed him the rest of that giant blood, I guess. I'll meet up with you guys in 20 minutes.
What? Hazaron's voice rasps in your ear. You plan to give me something that isn't fresh.
It's the same thing!
No. Blood of the living is what I desire.
Everything alright, Froot?
We're in the middle of a snowstorm!
There is ample prey right in front of you.
No. No.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Why would you even say that?
Froot?
I've been
Everything
defending
else.
you. Everyone's been saying horrible things, and I believed in you. Why would you say that? I'm not feeding you today.
Fruit.
No. You're not in control. I'm in control.
Phaedon!
Is that so?
Make a
Phaedon!
wisdom save.
Is this really about to happen right now? Like,
It's about to fight his sword. I hear Common's voice. and I
Hazaron cast Dominate Person on you. And he
start
tells
walking
you
toward
to
Cotman.
feed him with Cotman's blood.
I knew it.
oh my god.
That's why I yelled Phaedon. That's why I yelled.
Alright, so Phelan, you hear this and you start running over instantly. For make 2 attacks.
Can
against
I
your will,
speak
you
or
feel
no?
you feel Hazaron's force just grasp your mind and just like a robot, unaware, or unable to stop your body from moving without your will. You just feel yourself reach back and take out your sword and
Now,
swing
Froot,
it.
you should relax. This isn't
I can't say
any reason
anything,
to
Matt.
get hasty.
You can struggle and strain to speak, but it's not easy.
Run.
You wanna
Run.
And with
Run.
that, you swing at Cotman once, and you cut into his stomach.
Oh.
Cotman, you put one
No.
gauntlet over the wound, and you watch him reaches over his shoulder again and swings at you a second time, doing a total of 40 damage.
I have 1 health.
No.
Oh my god.
Cotman's blood is fast in the snow as Froot stands over him.
Do I get can I cast anything?
I say it's to initiative here. Why not? Phelan, Froot, and Cotman.
Oh no.
Cotman?
I mean, I could hear him too, right?
Yeah, you can go. Yeah.
I
I'll
can't
say you can be
handle
next
this
call.
tonight, man. Oh my god.
What's your name? When are you going to?
Yeah, I mean, I might as well. Everyone just. What do I sit here and make? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and make small talk with this guy.
Hey, I don't know what those guys are yelling about.
Okay. Oh, great. Jacob gets
my
advantage on initiative rolls. Awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh my
No,
god.
I
This
can't
is awful.
kill. No.
This is really not
You
fun.
might one-shot me, man.
No, you won't. Unless it's a natural
If
20.
he does,
I have 46 health. He just rolled 40 damage in 1 turn. I have 1 health right now.
It's one attack, isn't it? Or are we doing in turn?
he has to do 47 damage. And you'll die. Instantly.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Yeah.
In one hit or in one turn?
I think one hit.
I don't know if we ever specified that. I thought it was one.
It's in the
It's
turn, right?
It's in the rules.
Yeah,
I
check
thought it was.
I thought it was one blow.
Oh, it's 1 blow, or it just does 1 to your death
If the
save.
damage equals or exceeds your hit point maximum.
Oh my god. I might
It
end the
just says if you-
campaign right here. Oh my
It
god.
doesn't say anything about per turn. It just says from an attack in the example.
Okay, so that's one attack.
So one
So it
attack
has to be one
do all of
blow.
it.
Has to be current plus max. If one attack does current health plus max health, it's an instant death.
Okay.
So
otherwise-
47
I'm not
damage.
raging though,
it's
right?
Only, yeah, you're not.
Okay.
It's only in situations where it's like something's way stronger than another thing. Like a dragon can
Okay.
instantly kill you with its breath weapon.
I don't know, man. I have 1 health. If Jacob does 47
He
damage
could
right
crit
now,
right now. He could
Yeah.
crit.
yeah, I could die.
So
Oh my god.
yeah, Froot. I mean, you're supposed to dominate person and make
Oh
sure
my
you don't
God.
get. If you get a chance to do it at the end of your turn, I'll say you can make a roll before you take this turn.
I can do wisdom save this turn?
No, actually, it's only when you take damage.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Tim.
No, dude, it happens, man. I hear.
Jose Scrapey.
I think it would totally suck if Cotman died right now, but it would also
would
be
be
really interesting
poetic.
if Cotman died right now.
Alright, make
Yeah,
your
we just lost
attacks,
two,
Froot.
the 2 old boys.
I don't want to.
Sorry. I don't want you to either.
I'm dead.
Wow.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
He didn't crit.
Double crit, right? Double crit on that.
He didn't crit.
Oh,
You
it didn't
crit.
crit. It
You rolled
didn't
max
crit.
on one die.
That's just the damage. He didn't crit you.
Okay.
You're good. You're good.
You are, however, at 1 death failure. As
Okay.
2 more attacks rend you. 1 knocks you unconscious. The other one gets you a death failure.
All right. Can we see what just
Yeah.
happened?
You can see through the snow as you make your way down through the snow and the trees. You see Froot standing over Cotman with his sword out. Phelan, it's your turn then. You have sharpshooter, so it doesn't matter. But you see Froot standing over Cotman.
I'm running through the trees.
Alright.
Help. Stop me.
I'm gonna
Please.
tackle Froot to the ground
No, don't get in range of me.
and try to wrench the sword out of his hand.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Please.
Froot, what the fuck's the matter with you?
Make an
Stop
athletics check,
me.
Froot. Or acrobatics, your choice, but you'll probably do athletics.
Wait, can I choose acrobatics instead because it's worse?
Well, would you though, as a character?
Oh my god.
You try to wrench the sword from Froot's hand, and you hear a voice in your head fail on, unhand us.
Fuck!
Cotton, your turn, make a death save.
Yeet.
Oh my god.
Oh wait! I have my bonus action still.
Are you gonna unhand Froot then and like jump off of him?
I was gonna cast Healing Spirit.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're doing that, are you like pulling off of then? Because I would say you.
I mean, I guess am I still holding the sword?
If you want to pull back and get distance between yourself, then I'll allow it. I'm just saying, like, if you want to keep trying to grapple, like, yeah.
When I heard Hazaron's voice, I think I would let go.
Yeah, so
That shit freaks me the fuck out.
yeah.
So I'll do that and reach behind me and throw the Healing Spirit on Cotton.
Do I roll that or?
You get a D6 self. Oh, he's up.
You know what's actually really fucked up is that in Hazaron's rules that enemies don't regain health after they take damage from, and we have not been applying it. Yep.
What?
Wow.
Wait, yeah, could you say that again?
So let me read the exact.
We get a team quick.
Oh, this guy.
The king of peeing at the worst times.
Yeah.
That's not real that you don't recover after getting hit by him.
Yeah, oh my, wait, that means Cotman can't recover?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to heal at all.
Oh my god.
Is this like is this a pre-made sword?
Yeah, this is part of the Horde of the Dragon Queen. Like, I didn't make this up. Like, this is Rezmir's sword from that module. And here, I'll copy paste the effects of Hazaron.
Fuck, that's
D&D
spoilers,
chat.
I can't read it.
D&D chat, yeah.
Oh, so Tim can make a con saving throw. Wait,
Oh, it's only for a minute.
is the damage
Okay.
incorrect on Hazaron?
Yeah, it says if you were attuned. It says if you were attuned paragraph. The typo. It should say if you were not attuned.
No, but it does 4d6 for me, not 2d6.
That's just the necrotic damage. Great swords do 2d6 on their own.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so it's extra. That's why. Yeah,
Dude, what a good sword.
it's OP.
Evidently terrible consequences.
So,
This is exactly
so
how it
Common
should
makes
be.
a con save?
Yeah, isn't it? It's perfect as a sword. Like it's evil and it's
Like when you go around wielding something that's just way too powerful for you.
yep. The Froot had no consequences from it for the long time. So like,
Hell yeah, brother.
good shit. But
If I wouldn't have hit the ice, would he have not told me that?
it's possible he would have spoken up later, but that was just like a further tease that got him to speak up then because you hit a lot of inanimate objects with him over the course of that battle.
Oh my god.
So
So he has to make a con
Yeah.
save above 15.
at the end of each of its turns, yeah.
So do we do that for the end of his
So-
last turn?
Yeah, do it. So, well, okay.
This
so
is my
he wouldn't.
turn now.
So he wouldn't heal anything from that healing spirit. You make your death save now. That's your turn.
Okay.
And then at the end, after that, you can roll a
So I
con
make-
save.
Okay.
But right now, flat 2020, yeah. Or... Alright,
So I rolled my death save. Cool. And now I roll a con save.
But I healed.
Nice.
Did the healing get negated because of the Hazaron thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, but now he'll get healed until he gets struck with Hazaron again.
Gotcha.
Well, what is that? What's Okay, so Common starts his turn. He'll get the heal,
But if he gets struck with Hazaron before that, then he will not.
Oh, so I do have that heal?
No, next time you will if you don't get struck before then.
Okay.
Yeah. Velka's turn. She do anything?
Yes, I think she's gonna come behind Froot and to about here and try to make a bite for his leg.
She's biting Fruit.
Yeah.
For his leg?
Okay. Fruit, you'll take 10 points of piercing damage. And make a wisdom save against the spell again.
That's how Justin says for his leg.
His leg.
For his leg.
You do not make it. You're still under control of the spell. Call, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm gonna
Put on the song for
I'm pretty
this.
sure I can make it all the way up there, but I'm gonna run up and try and pull the sword out of Fruit's hand.
Alright, make an athletics check. Fruit, go ahead and do that as well.
What am I doing? Athletics?
Athletics check. Oh! See if he rolls 1-2. See if he rolls 1-2.
Alright.
Heroes in that 22. Okay.
Alright, you pull the sword out of his hands, and next thing you know, like for a second, you're like, fuck yeah, I got it, and then you realize you're on, and you hear his voice creep into you. Give me back.
Fuck no. I just drop him on the ground.
Alright. At this point, his connection with Fruit is past, like, needing to contact him. As you guys saw last time, he was able to speak to him without him touching him.
Alright.
So that's your turn. You drop him on the ground.
Yeah, and I mean, Fruit doesn't look any different, does he?
No.
Alright, then I'm gonna run up to Fruit and slap him in the face.
Is that enough to damage somebody in D&D?
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
he could be an unarmed
God,
strike.
dude, the worst part is,
Just kinda
like,
a punch.
Yeah, did
even
do
though
like
I
a-
look like a
I think it
killer,
would be whether or not you consider him ripping the sword out in action, you know?
That's actually,
true.
that is an action, yeah.
Yeah.
there's just
Yeah,
tears
yeah.
streaming down my
I just
face
need-
this whole
I just
time.
need to know if you drop the sword on the ground or not. Like, what do you do with it?
Oh. I mean, I'll just like shove it in the ground, but I guess I'm, you know.
So you shove it in the ground, but hold on to it. Okay, gotcha. The snow is falling faster, and the sword is just like stuck easily half its width into the ground at this point. There's already a lot of snow on the ground, but it's just piling on top now. You watch as the snow on the ground sort of it gets like a dark black color as when you pierce it, just around like the impact point of the blade. Fruit, you hear a voice in your head. Azeron's voice.
Oh.
Fruit, retrieve me and let your anger show. Finish off these two. Feed me with all of their blood. So you're gonna have to make an athletics check against Call to grab your sword back.
Oh, do I have to rage because he said let your rage?
Yep.
Damn.
I scream.
I rolled a
Rolling.
5.
It's acrobatics.
Oh
shit.
no! Come on!
Sorry.
I'm still
You wrench it from Call's hand and you raise it behind you, ready to strike next turn. Fail on, it's your turn. You just watch Fruit grow, move super fast, and now he's standing above you with his sword ready. Cobin's still dying next to you on the ground.
Beans. Beans.
It's like fighting Stelios all over again.
Really?
Alright, so at this point we're gonna cut over to
Fuck your
Finn,
face.
the guy at the house.
You know, they're calling for 8 to 10 inches.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be a big one.
You must not.
Kidding me? I'm literally dying!
Yeah, can we cut
No,
this
yesterday
fucking
was
small
definitely the
talks?
day to buy a shovel.
Oh my god.
If I had to call it.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Ridiculous.
A shovel is a good thing to have in these parts.
Oh yeah.
Can't live without one.
Oh yeah. Can I do a perception check?
Yeah.
So I can look outside of, like, see this going on. Like, I assume I heard something.
You sort of like with a goofy grin, sort of turn out, take a breath of fresh air, and sort of feel the cold in your bones and admire the beauty of the snow. You listen to the sounds of nature, and it's pleasant. And you turn back to your conversation companion.
Yeah, it's like white bliss out there, you know?
Yes, I am fond of the snow myself. The cold.
I can't.
Alright, you got it. You got it.
That's really ridiculous.
Oh, good stuff, guys.
Phelan, Fruit's in front of you, and you see this rage in his eyes, this darkness that's overcome him. It's not him doing this.
Oh, fuck. Can I, would it take an action for me to lift Cotman?
For you to what?
For me to pick Cotman up off the ground?
It's an interaction, right?
Yeah, I would say so. You just have disadvantage on a lot of other actions you're carrying somebody. And also you move half speed.
Okay. Okay, I don't want to hurt Froot. But I don't want to do nothing to stop him.
Please.
He's holding Hazaron right now.
Yeah.
I'm not in control anymore.
Fuck. Alright, I'll reach behind my back and pull out my dagger and just try to, like, slash him across the chest.
Alright, go ahead and roll that.
Because I can't beat him in a fucking athletics check. There's just no way.
Alright, ooh, nice throw. 4 points of damage after it's halved. And make another wisdom save. No, sorry. Anything else, Phelan?
Nah.
Okay.
Okay, nothing,
you were
absolutely
healed.
nothing else.
What else can I do, man? I have my healing thing on you.
Oh, okay,
Can't you
sorry.
attack
My healing
twice?
wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, roll a 1d6 on for him.
Oh,
Alright, you're at 5 health. Common, next time you go unconscious, you'll start with 1 death failure. And you are heavily wounded. Bleeding is just barely stopped, and you look down at your body, and you see your clothes are torn. There's scars and torn apart skin.
Can I consult the spirits or something?
I'm gonna look at.
You cannot do any action that Hazaron does not command you to do. As part of the dominate person's definition.
I'm gonna look at Froot. You know, understanding that he didn't mean what he just did, but still knowing that he did it. And I'm going to hold person this bro.
Alright, make a wisdom save. I'm gonna say you have advantage because Hazaron. Okay, never mind.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna start inching away as fast as I can.
That's an opportunity attack if you do that.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna stay exactly where I am and not move at all. And that's my turn. Oh my God. Yeah, you can't do that when Hazaron's trying to take control of you, but when
But don't I not have the sword? I don't have the sword right now.
You have it.
No, you picked it
Take
up.
it back for me.
Yeah.
This is great.
Alright, Velka's turn.
Just gonna snap for Froot's leg again.
Alright.
Trying to just hit him.
Wow, nice. Froot, you take 5 points of piercing damage. And, you will, have to make another wisdom save. Sorry.
Why?
Call, your turn.
Alright.
Just kill me.
Serious, could you make Jacob's token bigger? It's like right now Colinon's tokens are like way bigger than his and it just feels wrong.
I'm gonna...
That's perfect, thank you.
Oh no.
I'm gonna rip the sword out of his hands again.
Athletics check. Both of you. Froot gets advantage. Nice roll.
Oh,
nice
God.
roll.
Big rolls.
Roll.
Okay.
That's crazy. Oh my.
Big rolls.
Froot shoves you to the ground.
I
can't even.
I can't deal with this right now, dude. I'm about to fucking cry.
Alright. Kill them all, Froot.
No.
Make an attack on each of them.
On each of them?
You get 2 for your action and then 1 for bonus action when you're raging.
I'll have whatever he does to me.
No, I can't attack with the bonus action with rage. That's
You raged
fair.
last turn. Oh, well, oh, you're right. So 2 attacks. So 1 on Cobb and 1 on Phelan.
Does it have to be
Hazard really hates Cobb.
I mean,
Okay, first one was on Cotman.
No! God, he's
What?
dead!
Am I dead?
he's not dead.
You're not dead.
Okay.
He's not. Stop.
I have 51 health.
That's 34 damage!
I didn't look. I wasn't there on my computer.
Oh, you're lucky he rolled low, dude. He rolled really fucking low. On
Yeah,
that
he literally rolled a nat 1 on his damage, or else I would have
brought one of them. But yeah.
Oh my
2,
god.
5, 2, 1. Yeah.
Wait,
like-
can I choose if that one's not?
So I'm back to unconscious, and I have a 1 on my death saves already, and
and
minus
you
1
can't,
there.
and you can't heal until you make a con save at the end of your next turn. So then the second attack against Phelan, I think that should have advantage for any reason, so it'll miss. As Phelan, you're able to narrowly dodge out of the way, but you can't help but notice Cotman next to you on the ground again.
I hate this.
I'm gonna go for his hand with my dagger and try to injure it so he drops the sword.
Okay, make an attack. The D-Stay. So it raises AC by it's by +5. Very small part to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would those
Do I
at
get
least
to,
hit, like,
can I
his
make 2
arm?
wisdom saving throws?
They won't hit anything.
They won't hit anything anyway, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so-
god.
So that'll be Common's turn. Death save.
Alright, hold up. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm walking downstairs. Making food.
It's fine, Tim. It's just like your whole death thing.
Look. I'm gonna die in real life if I don't eat, alright? So.
Guys, why is this still happening?
Yeah. We're over this.
Why can't we get 1? Oh, 2, baby.
Make a con save then.
Hey.
Nice. Alright, so you can heal at the beginning of your next turn.
Yeah, but I'm
From that-
out
from that
too.
thing.
On death saves.
Velka's turn.
Save me.
She will, give it the good bite. At the same leg, not 2, this one.
Alright, I add 4 points of piercing damage, Jacob. And then roll wisdom. Save.
Please roll high.
Please, Jacob.
If there's any god.
You did it.
Thank fucking.
So finally, you feel yourself free from Hazaron's spell and you look done, and
for the first time in moments, you feel like you're free from his influence, but you still hear his voice in your head. No! And then next thing you know, darkness starts to just like pour out of Hazaron like steam filling a room, and it engulfs all of you, and you cannot see each other.
What the fuck?
Let's draw a shape here.
Am I fully aware of what happened?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my.
Froot, drop the sword!
Can I throw it as hard as I can?
Yeah.
Alright, I don't want to do that.
Alright, make a strength check or athletics. Sorry. Which direction are you throwing it? Oh my god.
What does that mean?
No.
Oh my
Make an attack roll.
Oh my fucking.
No.
But this...
It's been nice and hard, you lads.
Nat 20 is the attack. It's Cotman.
Is there...
The common's on the ground. He won't
Is
do
there-
it.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be me.
We're gonna find out right now.
Flip that coin.
Look.
It's Phalon.
Corn.
Phalon, you feel Hazaron piercing your armor. First you feel the slashing damage, then the necrotic energy seep in. You hear Hazaron's laugh being until it feels like it gets distant, and the darkness flies through the air like a giant billowing globe.
I can't get him away!
As it fades in midair and you see the sword disappear with Froot's extremely strong throw. You believe it falls into the water, but you can't be sure.
I
Where
just
does it go?
collapsed down to the ground.
Towards
my
the river.
hand's shaking.
Okay.
And I have a panic attack.
Carl, get them together.
Cotman,
Alright,
I bend down to Cotman and I cast Cure Wounds at level 3.
Alright.
I go down with a fruit and I just kind of hold him. It's alright, bud.
I just start to shrink.
Alright, Common, you heal 13 points, and while you're conscious, your scars are there and they hurt, and they're almost seeming like they're, with each like heartbeat, you feel like an arc of pain through your body. This is strange pain that seems to like gnaw on your insides. Necrotic energy, and like your scars almost appear to have like a purple tint along the edges.
Why, Froot? Why?
I didn't.
It's the sword, lad. I told you.
On top.
My flask. Give me my flask.
I reach into his pocket and bring it up to his lips. Yeah, drink.
No, not rum.
In that blood.
Yeah, where's that pickle one that Quincy made? Give me some of that.
The bag called pickle.
Yeah, is there pickles in the bag?
I don't know. Check.
Alright, are there pickles in the bag?
What bag?
Checking the
The
bag.
Bag of holding.
a jar of pickles.
Oh no, there's none.
Is there some
There's
juice?
nothing in here.
The juice. Give me a juice.
Is there pickle juice?
Yeah, there's like half full of pickle juice.
Alright, I'll hand him the juice.
I
Sorry,
open it
Quincy.
And I pour my flask into the jar. I take a sip.
Fucking pickle juice cocktail.
No, that's what I need. Now, Froot, that sword I told you, it was no good, lad. It was no.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself
You're bleeding.
at level 3. Oh, a little bit of. Oh,
So much blood.
17 total health back.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I'm at 30 health. Alright, so I'm a little bit more stabilized.
Now, Froot.
You notice that the purple tint of your scars, as well as like their presence, like you feel better. It's very visible.
You see what that thing does to us, lad? It keeps tempting you. It's using your rage, lad. It makes you angry. It makes you spiteful, hateful, evil, even.
I never wanted to do any.
I'm just not sure we can have something like that around us anymore, lad.
I want to destroy it.
Do you guys even know how? It seems like Dink's bag. What about you? Fingers!
You hear Common's voice call you. Ron.
Fingers!
Oh, well, sorry. I sure would love to talk all day, but looks like there's something going on out there.
I understand. I enjoyed this conversation.
There's just blood pooled around me.
Oh my! What happened out here?
Lad, do you know anything about magical weapons or items?
Can't say that's really my area of expertise.
Of course.
I do know a guy out in Toluca who might have something, but I don't know. That's a pretty long walk.
So you wouldn't know how to destroy an evil sword, then?
Oh heavens! No, that's not really something we deal with much in Toluca.
I don't know what to tell you, Froot. If it's still bonded to you, it might be a problem, but I don't know if I can take another hit from you, especially if you're swinging that sword around.
Yeah, he threw it. We don't know where it is, but
I just
It's
run
just-
up and just hug Cotman. Just crying.
It's alright, lad. I know you didn't mean nothing by it. But you need to look out for that kind of magic, see? All the crazy stuff. It's almost like what I did to that giant over there was happening to you. Now, it might be alright for us to use it on them giant folk, but... it is a troublesome magic, eh?
Just no words.
Well, give me some time to rest, lads. Just give me a few moments.
I'm gonna literally consume my entire flask in one chug.
Do I know where Hazaron is? Because I'm attuned to him.
I would say no, you do not know where he...
So I can't hear him talking or anything right now?
You don't hear him talking, no. You can't say you feel better, though.
So I drank my entirety of my flask, and I'm just gonna pass out on top of my blood in the snow.
Alright,
we should
Common's
get him
just...
inside.
Common's gonna die of hypothermia.
No, alcohol makes you warm.
I'll pick him up.
Alright, you sling Common over your shoulder. His his alcoholic odor just completely overwhelms you.
I'll bring him back to, I guess we never asked the name of Simber's son. But I'll bring him back there and knock on the door again.
Hello. The eyes peer through the slit again.
Well, hey there, bud. What do you know? They got themselves in quite the mess.
Yeah. Could use a place to let this guy rest.
At the tavern.
It won't be long. It would be much appreciated. Uh-oh.
I can assure you it is not very warm here.
I seem to have disconnected.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay.
I think I DC'd for a second there.
Huh,
You're back now.
Hello?
nice.
Hey.
Oh my god. Hello?
Hi.
Hey. Hey.
Can you hear us?
I can kind of hear you guys. I think it's okay for the moment. Alright.
It is not
You didn't hear anything? Yeah.
No, I heard you.
Red.
Jose?
Oh,
Well, where were we?
yeah. I can't. I can hear you guys for the moment, but it cuts out big time.
That's what you get for living in the middle of nowhere.
What
That's
were
what I
you
get
just
for
saying?
being in a corn hut.
It gets some fucking civilization up in that bitch.
Alright, well, yeah, we could use. Did you hear what I said, Matt? To the.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't hear anything you said to me back. So.
You just said that it wasn't very warm. And
Oh. Anywhere you think we could take him?
there's a tavern in the north end of town. Might be willing to make accommodations.
Thank you.
Oh, let's head there.
It's the large building in the northwest.
Thank
And you
you.
make your way to what you thought was the hall before. It does look like a hall, but it seems like maybe at some point it was reappropriated, but it is used as a tavern. And you make your way inside. The fireplace is burning, and those who were inside the tavern during the time of the attack are wary, but having looked through the windows, they explained to you they saw a lot of the fighting, and that basically they welcome you with accommodation. They understand that you help them out and that you need a place to warm up, so everything goes smoothly there. The town, it seems like it's returning. It's not as defensive in the time you spent doing your thing. It seems like people are going back, and a couple of people were outside looking at the crushed house. And then you sort of notice people making their way back inside amidst like the current snow. Seems like they just a couple of them just want to stop outside, see what's going on, but for the most part, people are still staying inside. Yeah, you are in the inn and around the fireplace, common drunk in a lounge chair. Yeah.
heard little spurts of Matt's voice, and that's it. I'm sorry, but I'm guessing we're in there.
Yeah, we in there.
All right, I'm gonna buy a room and put Cotman to bed.
Alright, just 2 gold a room.
I'll pay it.
I'm gonna take a nap in that room too.
Shit. Balon.
Yeah, I'm getting a room as well.
Phelan, you awake?
Yeah?
You want to talk?
Were you talking to me, Jacob?
Yeah.
What's up, Froot?
I don't think I should be here anymore.
Don't speak nonsense, my dear friend. That sword was bad news, but you couldn't help what happened to you. It's happened to many of us before. It happened with the vampire, it happened with the Rakshasa. Probably won't be the last time, but you had no control of it, and neither did us any of those other times. Alright? Get some rest.
Okay. I buy a room. And I go to bed.
Damn.
That's for the wand.
That's only at dawn. I think this is still like early evening, good afternoon.
Oh, okay.
What's up, Jay?
Is this about the end point, I assume?
Yeah, if you guys are you guys taking a short rest here or a long rest?
Long rest.
Okay. So
Wait out the storm and sleep afterwards.
yeah, so you guys can on your long rest, you guys can say you continue the next morning. You don't have to like just sleep 8 hours and move.
Yeah.
So yeah, we can say you spend the rest of the night in the inn, sleeping the night away, and probably the morning. Yeah, I think it's a good place to end it. So
Wait,
I think we got
before,
at least 3 more hours in this.
before we end, Sue's gonna talk to you real quick.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a good sesh, man.
Yeah.
Almost died. Jacob
I was
was
expecting
freaking the
like a
fuck out.
super low key, like, alright, introduce a new guy. I didn't get to get a good thing. I had more time to flesh out my backstory.
I mean, what do you mean?
Hmm?
What do you mean?
You guys like asked me a barrage of questions and then we're like, we gotta go!
Yeah.
You know, usually when you introduce like a new player, it's like, alright, time
Who
to
are
sit
you?
around and talk for like an hour and a half and give your whole spiel.
Yeah,
It's fine,
we
I
had
don't
to.
mind.
We
I
had to
didn't have
go.
one super ready, so
Alright,
it's for the
well,
best.
we'll see you guys next time.
You know how paranoid I was to even chase you, Froot, man? I was like, I'm gonna fucking die out here in these woods if
It wasn't until you were talking to me when I realized this is what happened in Critical Role.
Yep.
Oh my god.